Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
As you wake up in the morning, you want to find the latest, greatest information about criminal cases and have an intuitive conversation about the suspects associated with these cases. Head over to the Bullhorn Betty channel on YouTube. Get breaking news right here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. Enjoy your stay and enjoy your day. Well, good morning, my beautiful people. It's nice to see you. It's time to wake up, Bullhorn Betty's up. It's Manic Monday. If you're not out of your beds just yet, get your butts out of your bed. Let me turn my lights on. There we go. You can see me. Hey, my beautiful peoples. I hope you're doing well this morning. It's nice to see you. I'm Bullhorn Betty. We cover true crime. And would you know? We had somebody crawl out from under a rock here recently. I'm just as choked up as you are. Breaking news, folks. Breaking news. She's alive. She is alive. Where's my mysterious button? Hold on. We got to do it right. Hold on. Where is it? Well, dad burn it. Okay. She is alive. Damn. I always got to hit a button, don't I? Son of a gun. She is alive. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I just had to do it. If you guys do not know what I'm talking about, the mystery of where Katie Proudfoot is she dead? Is she alive? We keep wondering, did Chris do something to her? Oh my goodness! Hey, Star Child, welcome to this crazy family we call the Coffee Club, i.e. the Insane Asylum. Grab your straight jacket in your padded room and welcome aboard, folks. Welcome aboard. Because I'm a love machine. Oh, thank you, Star Child. I appreciate it. It's nice to see you. We're going to go through here in just a second if I can get this thing all the way back to the top and say hi to everybody. I'm shocked it wasn't Christopher Proudfoot. I'm shocked it wasn't somebody else speaking on behalf of this woman. But you know what? I'm like, what's their angle? You know me. What's their angle? Things must be getting a little tight around Miss Proudfoot's neck. Proverbial knot, noose tightening up. That's the way I'm looking at it. Good morning, Melanie. Bullhorn Betty is present, followed by Eeyore Blues. It's nice to see you, my love. It's nice to see you. Melanie, thank you. She also said, happy Monday, Betty, Delilah, Mods, and Chat. I hope everyone has a good day. Prayers to whomever needs it. Much love to all of you, BHB. Thanks for all you do for the missing children. Thank you so very, very much. And we got a little... no, wrong one. Wrong one. Hold on. Where is it? There. Nope. There it is. Danger. Nice to see you. Lisa B. Always. She's doing well. I didn't even realize she was having surgery, but apparently she's ready to cut a rug. So it's nice to see you. Welcome back from under the knife. It's nice to see you. Who else do we have? Hey, Jude, it's nice to see you up in the house. Sonia, good morning. Jekyll and Hyde. I am Marissa. It's nice to see you. I'm hoping I am Rissa Dawn. It's nice to see you, Rissa. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Turtle Pit, Southern Grammy. It's nice to see you, Southern Grammy. Good morning. Melanie, Jewel, Houston. It's nice to see you. We are on the horizontal stream. I'm going to jump over to the vertical here in just a second. So don't worry, folks. If you're in the vertical and chatting, we're gonna put it up there too. Jessica, it's nice to see you. Texas, it's nice to see you. Tangled Cords, Peggy, it's nice to see you. Good morning. Savvy's aunt, Sammy, it's nice to see you. Good morning. Back on track with Kat. Nice to have you up in the house. I like that. It's kind of rolls off. It's a long name, but it kind of rolls off the tongue. Back on track with Kat, I like it. I like it. Good. Good for you. Good for you. Peggy, it's nice to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Me and you. Good morning. Our handy dandy Nightbot is working around the clock. Show poodles. It's nice to see you. Me and you. I think I said hi just in case I didn't. Pat, it's nice to see you. Good morning. Who else do we have? Nani up in the house. Hey, Nani. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you. And all the people that are across the pond that are just too damn lazy to get on here and say, hey, because it's too late or too early. Good morning. Because it might be actually not even across the pond. It's just on the West Coast. Is it West Coast? Yeah, the West Coast. You guys might still be getting the crust out of here. You guys might be going to bed. Some of you party animals just might be coming home getting ready to go to bed. All right. Periwinkle Moon, it's nice to see you. Trust the process. Good morning. Tracy, Star Child, Let Them 66. It's nice to see you. Thank you guys for all your love and your support. Izzy Girl, I see you. It's nice to see you guys. It's nice to see you. Thank you. Oh, Texas Woman. Did I miss one? I sure did. Well, good morning, Texas Woman. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love that. And we got another member. I think I said hi to Star Child. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. We're starting to kind of get some errors, so we must be dropping some drop rate. I have too many things going on here. We'll have to figure that out. I think it's the computer, honestly. I don't think it's the internet. The internet is enough to run 4 live stream shows, right? Because our upload speed and our download speed is amazing in this house. We have FiOS, we got 500 megabits. I may move that up to a terabyte for, because you never know, right? Detective Whiskers, it's nice to see you. The real me too. Good morning. If Pebbles is in the chat, just so I don't miss her. I don't know if I said hi to her. Phil, it's nice to see you. Good morning. Good morning, loves. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. So, as you guys can imagine, I was a little bit, shocked. I was shocked about a few things. But moreover, I'm shocked that Katie actually spoke. As you guys know, since the beginning, just like Candace Bly, it seems like the male partner in the relationship blocked the female, and the female was the last person with the child. Okay, both in Summer Wells' case as well as Sebastian Rogers' case, the mom was the person with the child, right? And both of these children disappeared under unusual circumstances, and both men would not allow the women to talk. Now, with Don Wells, they just had an interview with Ainsley Daniels out there in Hawkins County, and Candace couldn't even sit still, couldn't even be asked one question before getting up and running away from having to answer that question. That's highly abnormal for me. That is a major red flag. But with her, we do have some mental illness. We do have some slowness with her. We do have that identified. Is that something that where she could significantly or realistically not grieve the same as the rest of us? It's possible, but it's the running away I have, not showing emotion and not being able to answer questions. I think is my problem in the whole thing. But we know that Sebastian Rogers' birthday was yesterday. We did not celebrate the birthday here because I'm angry. I'm angry that this child is not with his family to celebrate his birthday. And I'm angry that law enforcement hasn't done their job to make sure the people that made this event possible, where this child is unable to celebrate his own 17th birthday, I want them behind bars. And to me, it seems like law enforcement has given up. It seems like law enforcement out the gate has been unprofessional and I say that because a professional outfit would inform the public of the largest manhunt in their literal history. But you have incompetent people running the county. They don't know how to handle this, and it's such a shame. And it shows every single way, all the way from the top down in this county. Nobody knows how to handle this case, and everybody is like an ostrich. They just stick their head in the sand, and if they stick their head in the sand long enough, maybe, just maybe it'll go away. Well, as we know, with our own homes, right? we don't get the opportunity of sticking our heads in the sand, right? If we stick our heads in the sand, what happens? The problem just compounds, right? The problem just compounds. And it's a compounding problem that just starts infiltrating everything. So how does it compound? For example, now you've got law enforcement that are willing to do anything to work on any other case than this one, right? You've got a prosecutor that is not pushing for anybody to be held accountable. You've got, you've got nobody pushing anything properly. You've got no mayor, no board of county commissioners really standing up and speaking up. We had one, but clearly the community silenced him, right? They can't silence Bullhorn Betty. They tried. They tried viciously to silence me, and they realized that is a no-go. And I think that that's the reason why they refuse to try to shut me up again, because it's going to look pretty bad, and it's only going to be a matter of time before I strike back, right? Lawfully and legally. And at the end of the day, I don't like this community because they failed Sebastian in so many ways. They failed him before he even went missing. They enabled the reason why he went missing. And they looked at their house and looked at these people's situation and judged the situation based on their net worth, not on the allegations. And I truly do believe that. I believe this child was left in that home because he looked like he had a nice home. There's no place that they would be able to put that boy, being Sebastian, nicer than where he's living right now. But being in a nice home and being in an abuse-free home are two totally different things. And I'm so sick and tired of this illusion in the state of Tennessee. If you have money, you can't be doing terrible things, okay? I disagree with that. I think every time Chris and Katie, even this poor excuse of a mother speaking up yesterday, there's so many things I could take away from that. I didn't get through all of it. I got through enough. We're going to roll it. We're going to roll with it today. We're going to be stopping it because, and I've already fast forwarded through all of the, Duchess, patting herself on the back and making herself feel well with all of her sweet talk. That woman is not that sweet. Okay, she is an evil woman that knows how to play and game a system. If you don't believe me, go over and look at that, how that sweet woman talks about me and how she's talked about me on her Facebook page for years. That is not a woman that she's never met me and never has held even a conversation with me. This woman is not a nice, sweet person that she portrays on this channel. Okay, because you can go and look at a lot of different things and see how she talks and acts in her own ecosystem, and it's pretty deplorable. She's, in my opinion, Duchess is no different than a Katie and Chris Proudfoot. Does she have children missing? Because I'm telling you, it sure sounds like she does. Did she have any children die under her care? Because she seems awfully comfortable constantly helping these horrible parents, and she is part of the hate squad. Look who she hangs out with. Look who she handed over her blip account to. Chlamydia. Okay? Duchess, she ain't right. Okay? She's got a sweet voice. Well, so does BT. But BT is a freaking white liberal that tries to tell everybody she's from a tribe, yet she lives in a city and is not part of a tribal. Anyways, I'm so sick of the lies. This lady is not okay, okay? Duchess is not okay. She spoke horribly about me for years without even knowing me, and I can tell you, I work circles around this lady, right? If she's been on these platforms this long and she can't see a lie staring her right in her face, she's no good at what she says she proclaims she does, okay? And if she says, well, I just discuss missing children. Well, why are you taking those missing children's parents to a motorcycle rally in South Carolina? That doesn't seem like you're just showing missing children. It sounds like you're getting way involved, and these people that are suspects, it sounds like you're hanging around with, rubbing elbows with. And I know you smoke marijuana. Were you smoking marijuana with Chris and Katie Proudfoot, Duchess? Were you doing other types of illicit drugs like Coca-Cola up your nose off the back of a toilet seat? Because I've heard about you, babe. Oh, you didn't think I'd learn about you and your man. Okay. Well, I do. So again, I'm just asking for a few people out here. I want to make sure that we're transparent and very clear, right? I just want to make sure people know what they're getting when they go to your channel, you know? Because I think transparency is important. So I'm just curious. But I digress, right? We have a situation here where Dutchie's had this piece of garbage, and of course you see this Becky chick, which is no nonsense or whatever her name is, that always tries to attack people. This lady has like no education. She had a drug addiction. I think she still may have. Hey, Becky, are you still struggling with your drug addiction? Is that why you and Dutchie's are so good friends? I mean, I want you guys to get help. 90 meetings, 90 days. That's kind of how we do it, right? I mean, I've had a walk. I'm not doing those types of things anymore. Certainly, there's no need for somebody that has had a potential past drug problem still doing that kind of stuff. But I'm curious. I'm just curious. But I digress. With all the drugs and stuff flowing around and missing children, I mean, there's nothing really to see over here. Or is there? I don't know. Pretty interesting. All right, guys. So here we go. Let me just give you some of my mild observations that I noticed. And we're going to get through this, okay? So Katie kind of comes on about 40 minutes in. You know, it's all about, oh, we're doing this sweet thing, and we want to be, the pieces of shit, but we want to look like good people. So we're going to make this, all the proceeds go to autism because Sebastian likes helping other people. But when we tried to help animals, remember, it was Chris and Katie that made sure that day did not go forward. But they made sure that they could, instead of helping something locally for local kids and local pets, they wanted to make sure that this goes to a national organization that takes 90% of your donations and spends it on overhead, and only 10% of your donations actually goes to autism. But I digress, I digress. They really don't care about helping. They only care about the appearance of helping, as I always say. All the photos that they provided and talked about, they were all still old photos. I do not see any recent photos. And then why is this important? Because Chris and Katie moved into their home in 2022. Something happened at that home where they have been trying to get Sebastian out of their home since, okay? So it seems like whenever this situation happened where they decided they no longer want Sebastian, they stopped doing anything with Sebastian. They stopped taking photos of Sebastian. It was at that point, and even with all of these new photos coming out that Katie is finally releasing, one, it shows very clearly she's not taking pictures of him since they've been in that. I think they had one photo in that whole reel since they've been in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Okay. Again, very problematic, because I can tell you just about every single one of you guys have probably 1,000 videos or photos of your child or grandchildren in your phone in the last year. And I'm still just shocked why we can't get photos of Sebastian in current form. Why we have to look at photos of him when he was a child. And not only that, when Katie started showing this, did you guys hear her? She's acting like she's remembering her dear old grandpa and all the happy memories they made together before he lost his life, right? That's kind of how she's acting here. When you hear Seth, remember Seth showed photos. He played the voicemails on his show. He couldn't even hold a straight face. His voice was shaky because you can't fake that crap, right? You could hear the stress in his voice. Hey, Whispering Winds, it's nice to see you. Carrie, good afternoon. Annette, it's nice to see you, Annette. But you could hear the shaky in his voice. Let me see if I missed anybody. Claudia, it's nice to see you. You are in the vertical mode. I just thought I'd let you know. Cecilia, thank you for being here. You are in the vertical mode. I just want to let you know that if you guys are in the vertical mode, you may want to come to the horizontal mode, or you can be just fine hanging out with you guys. Good morning from Washington State. Oh, it's nice to see you. So Claudia, Cecilia, Justice Jane, it's nice to see you. Thank you for hearting that, and thank you for that. Who else do we have? We have Nancy. Nancy, you're over in the vertical stream, so if you'd like to chat, thank you for all being here. But if you guys would like to chat with the rest of you, the rest of the gang, we got 41 viewers in our vertical stream. So if you guys are seeing the viewership of 41 people and you want to talk with the family, you might want to come over to the vertical stream. Thank you guys. And I put at the top, I pinned at the top, this is the vertical stream, so you guys should be able to see that in there. So either way, you guys are more than welcome to stay there. I don't want you guys feeling like you don't have to stay there. Some people like being over in the vertical stream because they can watch it on their phone while they're getting dressed. They have no need to chat with you guys because they're trying to get dressed for work, and we're fine with that. We're absolutely fine with that. You get to watch however you guys would like to watch. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get into this. And, of course, about 40 minutes and 15 seconds into this live show is about the time that Katie, goes into this. And then we're going to stop things right about 1 minute in because we do have some updates.
Welcome, Katie and Chris.
Hi,
Now that you guys heard that, I just want to make sure that there is no echoing, that we have good audio coming from the thing. Be right back. Need to check my Tumblr. Oh, okay. Whispering Winds. Go get the... Oh, you know what? I got laundry, too. Did I? I folded laundry. I folded my laundry this morning. I forgot to throw another load in. I hate when I do that. Because, when I get offline, I'm going to be thinking it's time for me to throw those clothes in the dryer, and I'm going to go there. My freaking washer's going to be empty. Sounds good. Perfect. All right, let's get started, folks. Here we go. Katie rears her ugly head, right? She decides to climb out from the rock she's been hiding from for the last year and a half. We haven't heard boo from this woman. Boo. And then when she comes on here, she's laughing and freaking giggling. Ugh. Ugh. Freaking piece of work. Let's get to it.
There. How are you?
Okay, I guess. I don't have a word to truly say how I feel today. It's been rough. But I did want to come up, and I wanted to say thank you so much for what you're doing and for the advocacy. And I truly appreciate you helping. In
the advocacy? What advocacy? I'm gonna have to go to I don't think Duchess has even rolled anything on her son. What advocacy? Has Duchess even been running stories on Sebastian? I think Crime Time Buzz, Chris with the mob squad, mob crew, I think that they've been running stories on this. I think Justin for All has been running. I know I've been running stories here and there on this, but not been spending. But people that have been spending, their time on this case still have not given up walking away from it at all or giving themselves a break at all. Crime Time Buzz and the mob crew, right? But you're talking to this woman that has done what? You're thanking this woman for what? Good gracious, this woman needs to stop. She's a POS. I'm sorry. She just is a POS. Katie Proudfoot is a POS. Period. She just is.
Spreading the awareness and helping to keep Sebastian's name out there. And
Lady Freedom, thank you.
Without all of the drama and whatnot.
Oh,
you're
drama.
Absolutely welcome. It's my pleasure.
Oh, did you guys hear that? Let's listen to that again. Hold on. Let's go back.
Name out there, and especially without all of the drama and whatnot.
Oh, the drama and whatnot. You know what that sounds like? Do you guys remember Don Wells? Don Wells is a man that has a missing 5-year-old child, 5-year-old girl. Her name's Summer Wells. We got involved in that case in, I want want to say November, December of 2021, and she disappeared June 15th, 2021. So we kind of came into the case late, but we had enough people we could interview at that time. Enough people had surfaced, enough back and forth had begun where we could actually do that. And here's the statement of Don Wells. Otherwise, it's just more drama and stirred pain. There is nothing to say. So now Chris and Katie Proudfoot, specifically Katie Proudfoot, in this interview last night with Duchess, appears to sound very similar to Don Wells. Don Wells, folks. Hindsight, Mama Marissa, all for, yep, another group of people. Thank you. Voices of the Truth, every episode. So we've got some people, yet here she is thanking Duchess for keeping Sebastian alive, when Duchess has been nowhere to be found, unless you want, her to go hang out with some really, terrible parents that have been known to hurt their child. I mean, we have enough supporting evidence that Chris most likely abused Sebastian Rogers, okay, physically and verbally. We have eyewitnesses from their own community that have witnessed Chris being verbally abusive to Sebastian. So we already know that these things exist. Yet she wants to hang out with these people. See, that's the problem. Even if you don't believe they had anything to do with the disappearance of the child, they're terrible people. They abused a child. And so that's where my line in the sand is. This is why I don't hang out with people. When I find out people have physically abused a child, I don't care. I don't hang out with them. I'll talk to them if they're willing to talk to me about their missing child. But one thing I will not do is support them. Okay? Because we do not support people being monsters to their children. Okay? These are a few things that are our line in the sand. Even when it came to Harmony Montgomery, her mother, right? Her mother's negligence toward her was based upon her own drug abuse. So she fixes the drug abuse, which she did. Now she's actually putting action behind doing better for herself. I'm willing to help somebody like that. Okay? Not that they have to be perfect, right? She obviously did harm her child in some way because of her addiction, but she also went and took care of that addiction so she can never be that POS again to her children. And so people like that, we will help and we will support. But what we will not do is have a missing child, people be identified as abusing that child before they disappeared, catching those people in constant lies, and then going and hanging out with them and putting them on a pedestal. That is not going to happen ever on this show. It happens on Dutch's show. And you're seeing her doing it right here. Okay? There's the difference between this true crime content creator and that true crime content creator. This one has integrity. That one wants to get stoned. Okay? Or go to a frickin' motorcycle party.
You're absolutely welcome. It's my pleasure to help in any way that I can.
Thank you.
When you see these pictures of Sebastian, knowing that today is his 17th birthday, is there anything that you want to share about Sebastian today?
I've been blubberballing all day looking at him.
So no cries, no tears. She's asking, while she's been sitting there, she tells us that she's been crying all day while she sniffs her nose. She is. She's a piece of work. She's a piece of work. That's all right. We see her. We see her, and we're going to continue to see her, just who Duchess is. And that's why she's been on here. She has literally been on YouTube longer than I have ever been on it. I don't know how long Duchess has been on here. And she's nobody pays attention to her. For her to be on here all these years and only have 10,000 subscribers, I mean, that should tell you how horrible she is. She's been on here years before me. So,
all she's doing right now, even the raising of the funds, those were all the hate channel people over in her chat. Okay, I don't see any of our people over there. I went through there. None of our people were there. None of the people in that are really searching for this child were there, other than just to listen to Katie. Definitely not supporting that fundraiser. So I don't know. She sounds fake as well. She does. She is. She likes to hear herself talk. She likes to hear herself talk sweetly. And as you know, this is how you know a good content creator from a bad content creator, in my opinion. And this is not a pun at Jay, because I know Jay, she doesn't show her face either, but and she's kind of more of the exception than the rule. But the majority of these channels that don't show their faces, there's a reason why. They don't want you to see what they look like, because the gig would be up. Right? They come here and they can actually speak sweet, and you're not having to look at them. You can't tell when they're lying. You can't tell their facial expressions, nothing like that. I think the reason why Jay with her channel, I think the reason why she does that is because she doesn't want to be bullied, or she has a job or something like that she can't have. But these people are on, these stations most of the day, especially this nonsense chick. And she has no problem being nasty to other people and just being nasty, doxing people and stuff like that. I don't like her. And then she comes here. I don't know. These people aren't good. They're just not good people.
I shared some more pictures just to kind of give a little more perspective.
This right here is probably, in my opinion, the most recent of all the photos. Then, in my opinion, this is her infinity. This is the infinity. If I'm not mistaken, we'll have to go back to the footage from the Texas Roadhouse, but I'm pretty sure she has beige interior in her infinity. I believe this is the infinity. So this may have been within the last 2 years, okay? But I think this, in my opinion, there's only one other photo in all of these photos that truly are any type of recent. They're all about good old times when Sebastian was a younger boy, okay? The good old times. And we agree that when he was younger, they had a normal family. Something happened, okay? Something happened in 2022. All of these photos that you're seeing that she's showing the family being happy is all prior to 2022. Okay? It's all prior to 2022. She shows no happy photos of all three of them together after 2022. Period.
We get our grilled corn. And the two of them were sword.
And I think I need
Sebastian
I think I need to
redneck. I do.
I think I need to come here
respect and
let
dignity
you guys hear
to
what
get
she
back
says.
over here because
Sorry.
he said
Let me get this where it needs to be, where it's 40. So we were at 41, I think.
So kind of.
I'm gonna, you know what? I wasn't gonna play through these photos of what Katie was saying because I didn't find it necessary. But you know what? For one of my talking points, it's the lack of emotion aspect of this. So I actually believe that we have to play these photos because my point in conversating, my scrutiny of this video, right? My scrutiny of this video is the fact that Katie is showing no emotion. She's showing no emotion. So even when she's talking about past stuff, now mind you, she hasn't seen her son. We've spoke to Stephen Smith's mom, Layla Santinello's mom. We saw Riley Strain's mom. These people couldn't even speak about their son without breaking down sometime through an interview when they're looking back on their child. Okay, we've sat down personally. Even Brandy Neal, when she gave her interview, she was tore up after the interview was over. You could physically see her, because she interviewed with Dolly first and then me second. And you could really see that, she was distressed after that was done, thinking about her son, talking about the details of the day that, going back to the day that he disappeared. It was very hard for her. I mean, she kept a straight face on camera, but I can tell you it was very, very, very hard for her. And you can see her emotions. You can see Seth Rogers' emotions. What you do not hear or see from Katie Proudfoot is the emotions, Detective Whiskers says, oh, you mean people like the Sheriff Snuggle Struggles. Yes, Sheriff Snuggle Struggles, But I think that this is going to prove my point that she's not acting like a normal mom would act. I mean, she's coming up, her son has missed his 16th birthday and now his 17th birthday. And she's laughing and joking as she's going through these photos, not crying, she shows no pain, you hear no agony in her voice. You hear you know what you hear in her voice? Joy and jubilation. She seems to be happy. Not what you would expect. I've seen a lot of parents, celebrate a birthday for their child that's not there. And trust me, it's not celebrating. It's not smiling. It's trying to put on a happy face. It's trying to show a happy face, but your voice even quivers every time you say the person's name. And she's never been like that for this boy. Never been like that for this boy.
Give a little more perspective to Sebastian throughout the years. I know there's been limited pictures that we've put out, and
there's been limited pictures we put out. So now that he's been gone for 2 years, we think it's now a great time to put out some more photos so we don't look like evil psychopaths.
And
I know some of these pictures when he is little, he is so precious as a baby.
He was just the most adorable toddler and pretty cute as a teenager too, but
happy. It sounds like she's describing her sweet dear grandfather that passed away several years ago. Oh yeah, we had a great time here. Oh, look how happy he was. We really enjoyed that time together, So bad he's no longer with us, but what a great man my grandfather was.
Every single one of these pictures I remember taking. That flower vase that you just showed, that was a Mother's Day gift that he made for me that year.
Let me find it again. Hang on. Let's see.
I still have it.
The different pictures that you're showing too really show how fast his hair lightens up.
Oh yeah.
Naturally in the sun. And hi, Katie. Sending you a hug today.
Smoke another 15 boxes of cigarettes, lady.
His hair definitely looks different depending on the lighting and the time of year, honestly, depending on how much time he's been out in the sun and whatnot. It definitely it can look brown as brown can be 1 minute, and then in different lighting the blonde really comes through. Which
no breakdowns, no cries, no quivering of the voice that comes naturally, because she's trying to fake upsetness. She's trying to fake this.
Which is why I like to share some of the more diverse pictures, because it helps with the perspective. If you see them, depending on the lighting and how it's cut, really does make it look a little different.
See, look at this, all happy, all these videos, all these photos. I don't even think if this one right here, and this one right here, and if you're on the thing up above, if this is in Hendersonville, which I don't think it was, I got to go back and listen to her. I missed what she said. But if this right here, this is the spooky house. If this truly was in Hendersonville, this was back in 2022 or 2021, but definitely not anything recently prior or after 2022, that is when we're finding out this complete breakdown of their family dynamic. Before 2022, it sounded like they had problems. I mean, she is married to Chris Proudfoot, right? But it sounds like they weren't as in. It sounds like they were in at least a better family dynamic at that time. Something happened in this family, period. Okay. We don't know what it is. I'm not going to speculate on what it is. We just know that something major happened in this family that tore this family apart. Okay, in 2022, and it was around October of 2022. October of 2022, they purchased this home and moved in. They purchased this home before September, but they closed on this property, I think, at the middle or end of September of 2022. And by the end of October, 30 days later, they're wanting Sebastian up out of their house. They want nothing to do with Sebastian. They're trying to get Sebastian over with Seth. They just can't handle him anymore. Something happened. We don't know what. We don't know what. Maybe Sebastian got into his adolescence or his puberty stage. Maybe he was just, they didn't know how to handle him. Maybe he was having a lot more outbursts. Maybe, there's a lot that can be speculated here. Again, I'm not going to speculate on what the issue is, just some suggestions there. But I don't know, just something. So I anticipate seeing this, but you very rarely see. I'd love to see some photos, enough photos to show me that this was a well-functioning family after 2022. And I don't think we're going to ever see those because they don't exist. Just my opinion. Just my opinion.
Really, I like this picture.
The picture with Christopher and I and Sebastian, that was, if I'm not mistaken, we were going into the haunted house. They have a real large haunted house.
Question is, when have they gone in the haunted house? He looks younger, and those are his old glasses. So it sounds to me like this was at least 2 years prior to his disappearance. Again, I'm guessing. I don't want you guys to think that these are factual statements. They are not factual statements. They're my opinions. Everything related to this opinion about what happened to Sebastian, those are all of my opinions. How I feel about Chris and Katie, those are also my opinions, supported by a lot of records. Okay?
And we took him, and he was just so excited because he's like, I'm not going to be scared at all.
Hey, Oma, Nero, it's nice to see you.
The genuine smile on his face.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Ashley,
And
I love this one too,
Big
with
Mac
the planets.
Mike, Patty.
Yeah.
Tell me about this
It's
picture.
nice to see you.
So that was back when we were in California. That was his bedroom.
So you see now, guys, I want to remind you, back in California was not happy times. Okay. Back in California, at least for Sebastian, maybe some of the times were happy. They were happier times. But this is where he was assaulted by an older boy because they were left unattended under Chris and Katie's watch. Okay? Every bad thing that has ever happened to Sebastian Rogers has happened under his mother's watch. Period. Okay? He was essayed under his mother's watch. He disappeared under his mother's watch. He's never been found under his mother's watch. Every horrible thing that has happened to this young boy has happened under his mother's watch. Okay? His mother is a messed up woman. Despite whether you guys want to acknowledge it or not, that's not my problem. Any person that is essayed by their own mother at the age of 5 has psychological issues. And it doesn't sound like she's on any medication because it was asked early on and she adamantly stated she is not on any medication. That tells me that she has a lot of mental health issues that are going unchecked and unmedicated. Okay? Because I'm sorry, you can look at a lot of things, but there's a lot of things you can't do. And you can't are a little girl and expect her to turn out okay. Okay? And we know that she's not okay. Hey, Melissa, it's nice to see you. Because even Seth has come up and stated that she was very abusive toward him. Right? Now, many people will say, well, Betty, that's his side. We all know that there's his side, her side, and the truth. And while that may be the case, we've never heard Katie deny those allegations. Those allegations have been prevalent for quite a long time, over a year and a half, when she stopped talking, as a matter of fact. When she stopped talking. Yeah. Allegedly they got married in 2022. I think they were married. I know that they were together back in 2000. It sounds like they were bopping back in 2016, and I believe that's when Katie was trying to divorce Seth, and when Chris decided to divorce Nina. He got married with Nina to have a better housing, but Nina wasn't living with him, and he was, from my understanding, having an affair with Katie. Now, again, that's just my opinion. I don't have any receipts to prove that. I don't think anybody truly has any receipts to prove that allegation. I think that's just going to be rumor. And I don't think it's ever going to come off rumor. I mean, it's something that we think happened. It lines up with the timeline of what Nina says and other things, you know. It lines up with some disciplinary action as well. But we can only assume that this plus this equals this, right? We didn't see them in bed together while they were married. We have no photos of them together while they were both married. We have no evidence, physical evidence, to prove this statement. By the way, Gwen, thank you. Was it Gwen? I do know, Sonia, I didn't see it, but Sonia sent to me a screenshot. I just want to thank you for all your love and support. Thank you so very, very, very much for that. It was very gracious of you. So God bless you for that. I appreciate it. So back in California, where horrible things happened to him, prior to those horrible things happening to him, you see he was a very lively kid. He loved the solar system. Look at him. He was wanting this solar system put up on his ceiling. Look how happy he was to have this solar system put up on the ceiling and everything else like that. You know, hey, Katie Bug, it's nice to see you. This is kind of motivating. I need this cold morning. Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, but come back in here. Katie Bug, tell me how cold it is. Where are you from and how cold it is? It's been raining all day. So I anticipate it's starting to drop, but Wednesday is going to be the coldest. Oh, thank you. Wednesday's going to be the coldest, and we are going to be supporting we're going to a luncheon. My ticket was sponsored. It's not a Bullhorn Betty event. It's a political activist event. But last year, the Bullhorn Betty channel donated $800 to Turning Points, which Turning Points here is not Turning Points USA, that I also, support a lot. And that's Charlie Kirk's thing, is Turning Points USA. But we also have a Turning Points in our county that helps people with medical stuff, living stuff, substance abuse programs and stuff like that. That's a local nonprofit, and one of my political friends reached out and said, hey, I got an extra ticket. Would you like coming? And I said, yes. Last year in February, we had this breakfast, and we were able to donate as a channel $100. Unfortunately, just to let you guys know, this year is going to be a little different. We don't have that to donate. We probably have, me personally, I have about $50 to donate toward it. So it's going to be half, because we did take I donated $50 every year, and then we took $50 from our channel and donated it, and made $100. And this year it's only going to be me donating. We don't have the funds in the channel to donate this year, but that's okay. It's still going to be a great event. We're still going to be, I'm going to still be able to donate some funds to it, just not at the level we were doing last year. But I'm hopeful for the next year, 2026, we'll have double the money. I'll be able to contribute twice as much, and we'll be able to contribute from channel funds next year, and we'll fix the gap of what we weren't able to do this year. But I expect it to be nice. I'll take some photos and I'll take some videos so you guys can see what we do and what we do support. Unfortunately, we still have legal expenses here. So the channel has to tap out of any type of fundraisings and everything else. You guys can thank the pieces of garbage, Chris and Katie Proudfoot, for that, because one of her statements is that Sebastian likes helping other people. He's missing, but we're so happy that we raised $1,500 because Sebastian likes, it was the most, it made me want to crawl out of my skin when I heard her say that. Just, I can't express into, just how, it's just frustrating, crawling out of my skin. Izzy girl, 30 degrees. Oh my God. So let's take a little break from Chris and Katie, and let's give you guys a Doppler radar. Oh my God. East Texas. Holy smokes. Let's get over here. Let's get, where's a different, let's get the breaking news. This is breaking news. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for your very, 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 very burr cold Doppler, okay, we got 37 degrees in East Texas. What? It's snowing here in Kentucky. It's cold and rainy in Nashville. Today's high in Maine is 25. Arkansas is 36. Ohio, oh my gosh, 18 degrees. Tennessee, 36 degrees. Myrtle Beach, 40 degrees. Oklahoma, 32 degrees. Oh my gosh, you guys are you're making my bones ache. You guys are making my bones ache. Amy, 33, Ohio. Inga, 32 here. I don't know where here is, but it sounds cold. Izzy girl, 30. Who else do we have? 22 degrees in Kansas City. 59 in South Georgia. Well, considering everything else, where's here? Whispering Winds. Whispering Winds says it's -2 degrees here. We don't know where here is. Dublin, 46 degrees, which, you know what, to be honest with you, that compared to seeing 8 degrees Celsius, because us here in the States you guys are better with Celsius and Fahrenheit than we are. We're kind of, we learned the Fahrenheit and we're like, screw the Celsius. So you ask me, like, you're able to do the Celsius and the Fahrenheit. If I can only do the Fahrenheit, I don't pay it back and give you guys the Celsius because I can't tell you. I don't know what it is. I'm not smarter than a 5th grader. Oh my gosh. Michigan, 3 degrees. Oh my gosh, 3 degrees. Oh. South Mississippi, 47. Still chilly, but not as chilly as some of the northern states. Good gracious. Springfield, Missouri, 29 degrees. UK, 7 and 44. Still cold. So you guys are still pretty cold over there too. 23 in PA. Good gracious. You guys are making me cold. Hold on, I just lost where I was. 20 feels like 11 in South Ohio. 29 in West Virginia. Indiana, 14 degrees. Nebraska, 27 degrees. South Mississippi, 47. Indiana, 25. Tennessee, the high today is going to be 42 in a specific area. Brooksville, Illinois, 19 degrees. Oh, good gracious. 36 degrees in Arkansas. 41 degrees in Central Texas. You guys are freezing. 27 degrees. I think you're in Arkansas, right? 18 degrees Maine. 32 degrees in Rhode Island. It's summertime over in Australia. Oh, good gracious. Guys, we're in the wrong country. We figured out the problem. We're in the wrong country. We need to be going to down under. I probably didn't do a good. -2 degrees Wisconsin. Oh, dear gracious. Oh my gosh, you guys are making me cold. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see where else we have. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Sometimes this just pops down on me. I just got to go with it, so I apologize. So Sam I Am is saying in Pennsylvania, it's 24 and dropping. That's the way it is here. Our temperature's in the process of dropping. Indiana, 14 degrees. Oh, good gracious. Good gracious. Alabama, 44. 19 Ohio, 25 New Jersey, 16 Indiana, Delaware 34. So I think we got it. It's pretty stinking cold everywhere. Even in Texas, we got Texas and Florida here. I can tell you, we're dropping. We're dropping. We're gonna have our temperatures are gonna be dropping. Wednesday, I think, is the coldest. The coldest we're going to have, and then after Wednesday, it starts increasing. But Florida weather is weird this time of year because 1 minute we'll be freezing cold. We'll have 30-degree weather, in the morning, and then by afternoon have 80-degree. We have funky weather here, okay? In Florida, it's just funky. I mean, even in rainy, like we just have funky. Florida has funky weather. Florida is funky weather. Florida. That's what they need. That's what they need to call it. Because our in my opinion, our weather just does not bode with the rest of the country. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. All right, let's get back to brass tacks here. Let's get back to brass tacks. Okay, so we're back on Sebastian Rogers' case. We're learning from his mother. She seems to be too joyous for today. I'm just saying. Things just aren't right. It's like they're in this bubble, right? And we got to compare some of this stuff and I'm going to get there because we're going to go back to Courtney's interview. I got Courtney's interview up too. Okay, folks? I absolutely hate winter. Well, in Florida, I will be honest with you, but you're from Australia, so it's a little bit different, and I'm sure Australia is pretty brutal. But here in Florida, we look forward to winter because our winters here is just slightly above, molten lava, okay? I don't know what else to say. Our temperature here during the winter is just slightly above molten lava. So we look forward to, a cooling of the lava every, at least a couple times at the end of the year. It's just that kind of our pay dirt, right? We're like, okay, we're going to live in molten lava. And at the end of the year, we get a little puff of something a little cooler than lava. That is the Florida weather for you. Hey, B. Betty, it's nice to see you. Melissa, it's nice to see you. Judith, good morning. Good morning. Robin, it's nice to see you. YouTuber, hey. So she's talking about this wonderful time. He looks like a happy boy. I would assume that this is prior to whatever happened to him. But we can't make that assessment because we don't know much about him from California. It's been secret.
And they were learning about the planets, and he was excited about it. And I found this kit, and each one of those planets we painted. And then we put them up in his room, the solar system, and I found that the glow.
See, back before all of this. Back before all of this, it sounded like a normal family. You know what? In my opinion, what caused such dysfunction in this family? Just add Chris. You want dysfunction in your family? Look at Nina. Look at all his past wives. What do they all have in common? The chaos came from one singular person, Christopher Proudfoot. Again, my opinion.
Stars and moons and whatnot. And so at night, he would make sure his light was on, and at bedtime he would turn it off, and he would just have the whole solar system up there. And on his wall back there, his helper award that he got at school. He was so proud of that. Do
you guys hear this? I want you guys to pay attention because we've got issues here. Where the hell am I going back? Yep. Sorry, give it just a second.
The rest of the night.
He was at home.
Really sleep?
Okay. It's when she goes and looks up at the wall. Let me find out where that is. I think it's right back here. There it is. Let's listen. Now, this mom Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, this mom here, we know what her fate is. Law enforcement has evidence to prove that they set this up. They intended to do this. This woman that you're about to listen to literally stabbed her own daughter and cut the baby out of her stomach. And I want you to hear how calm, cool, and collected she is and how she sounds. And then we're going to go back to Katie Proudfoot. Guys, I need you guys to go over the deception detective. This is what I need you to do, and say, Chris and Katie, go post those in his comments. Right now, we have 353 people in this chat, and all of you guys need to cut and paste Duchess. I know you guys know where Duchess, the thing is, and send that over to the deception detective and tell him to please analyze this. Please analyze this. This is a very, very rare. We actually hear Katie Proudfoot on and I need a behavior and a deception detective to listen to her voice. So I think we can get to the deception detective, but I know how he works, and he ain't doing nothing unless you guys go and ask him. If I go and ask him, it does nothing. Okay, until people go over there and say, hey, Katie dropped a video. All 300 of you guys go over there and tell him that he'll realize that you guys are interested in it, and he will take his time and go through it. But if he doesn't think that you're interested in it, he's not going to take his time and go through it. He only wants things that that you guys are interested in. So show him that you're interested in the breakdown of Katie Proudfoot in this most recent Duchess interview. I'm interested in hearing his assessment of it. But let's go back so we're not screwing this up. Let's listen to Katie Proudfoot. Let's just take a few minutes. Where are we right now? We're at 44:23. So let's go back to 44, maybe 44. Let's go back 20 seconds. Let's listen to her commentary.
At the glow stars and moons and whatnot. And so at night, he would make sure his light was on, and at bedtime he would turn it off, and he would just have the whole solar system up there.
Sorry, I had to get my other phone.
All I want is for my child to be found, brought home safely. If she's had my grandbaby, I want to make sure, he's safe, he's healthy. My daughter didn't go through a lot having him.
Now, remember, the lady speaking killed this lady she's talking about. She killed her daughter, okay? And she ripped the child out of her womb. And she's sitting up here calm, cool, and collected, talking about how she hopes her daughter and grandchild are doing well and are healthy, knowing she murdered them. Do you hear how calm her voice is? Okay. All right. Now that you guys are hearing that, let's go back.
And on his wall back there, his helper award that he got at school. He was so proud of that. We still have it hanging.
Their speech pattern sounds pretty similar, does it not? I mean, you guys are not scientists here. You guys are not rocket science. Every one of you guys come from a different background. I guarantee you guys don't possess the same, educational background. Some of you in my chat have a lot more money than other people. Some of my people in my chat are welfare recipients, disabled recipients, Social Security recipients. We have a lot of people from a lot of walks of life on this channel right here. And there's nothing to be ashamed of, by the way. Okay? No matter what walk of life you come from, we welcome all. But you guys are all from different walks of life. Now, you don't need to be smart to hear that sounds like the same speech pattern, right? We have one mother that is literally behind bars for doing the absolute most horrendous thing to another human being you could possibly do, another female human being. And you hear how she talks, and then you flip over to Katie Proudfoot, and they speak almost the same way. Let's keep going. This is problematic for me.
It was a huge motivator for him.
That is wonderful. I love those planets. When I saw that, I was like, because I love space. And when I saw that, I was like, Sebastian and I have a lot in common.
He's gone through a lot of phases over the years.
I can imagine.
Oh my gosh, that's a good one right there.
Yes, it is.
That's a really good.
But do you guys notice something about these photos? And I'm going to keep saying you guys need to notice something about these photos. Because Sebastian's young. All of these photos, and this has been my complaint from the beginning with Katie, because Katie has him 90% of the time. Even though they have joint custody, her and Seth, she's the one that has him there 5 days a week. You would expect her to have an overwhelming amount. I mean, if we were to take our own lives, think of how often, like, I can show you, I have a terabyte. Now, granted, I'm a content creator. Okay, so I am going to have a lot of photos and videos. It's my job. But I think the normal people, I can tell you the real me too, when her and I are together, she can pop open her phone and literally show me a gazillion photos of her grandson. Like a gazillion. Like her whole phone is littered with her son, her grandson. Okay? And even when she's not taking the photos of her grandson, he's picking up her phone and taking photos of himself. Okay? So, and he's an autistic boy. So there's no reason, and help me, the real me too. Your grandson's also highly functioning, right? Because he seems pretty, I mean, he seems pretty smart. So I think he's high functioning. Hey, Jessica, it's nice to see you. I don't take enough pictures of my grandson. Always has my phone. Yeah. Well, now you know. Take more pictures. Take more pictures. You're going to need them. You're going to need them. Everybody needs photos. You know, this day and age, you know, God forbid nothing happens, but we know that life has its twists and turns, and we're not guaranteed here, right? This is not our final place. So there's you never know when your time to go home, your true home is. So you want to keep those memories as much as possible. Even young kids, nobody wants to think about that. My phone is full. I know. That's the point I'm making, you know? Same, full of pictures, you know? I mean, the reason why we were talking about this again is because I went through my cell phone and, you know, looked at all the photos that I have in my phone and to find out what I could, you know, move over to iCloud in an effort to clear up some room on my cell phone. And that's when we kind of came back on, and hey, Meganels. Yeah, where's my clap? I'm gonna get the big clap. I said your name right. I said your name right. I said your name right. Woo! I always call her Magellan. I always call her Magellan. Hey, Magellan, what you did? She's like, Betty, you say my name wrong. You say my name wrong. All right. There we go. Now, if anybody doesn't know she's in the house, she's in the house. All right, it's nice to see you. We can get to work now. No, I'm just joking. Hey, Valerie, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you, Betty fan. Nice to see you, girlfriend. Woohoo! All right, so we've got a lot of photos here. She's going through these photos and talking about them. The one thing that annoys me the most is she's not breaking down. She's not breaking up. She's not crying. It's not becoming too much for her. She doesn't need a break, okay? You guys know that every time we deal with a parent that loses their child, you know, even though we have a video that shows this interview went, you know, like this, you guys realize we cut some time. Sometimes that when we're doing an interview, they need a moment. They need a break. Okay. It also happened like when we did the interview with Kaylee Gonzalez's family, Christy and Steve and Olivia, with Olivia and me. We had to break several times during that interview to give them a moment to, you know, they had other things going on. They had grandkids, kids, dogs. And then of course the emotion of the interview in and of itself. It was, you know, you gotta give them a break. This is a live stream. Okay. So if there's a break, then you'll know that they need a break. And so far throughout this whole thing, no breaks have been needed. She seems very cavalier and very, jovial and happy when discussing all of these things, because when you're truly hurting and mourning the loss of your child, those breaks and, you know, this being too much, that comes naturally. It's not thought about. It's not forced. You just know, you can tell, you know, the body just functions the way that it functions. Here, it's not functioning like that. She's not having these overwhelming emotions erupting inside of her. And that's a problem for me, because it's telling me something very, very bad about her as a mother and a human being. Okay? Not to have feeling of such emotion and to be so detached from that emotion, it's not right. It's just not right, okay? I can't express it other than that. It's just not right, and it's not normal, because even the hate channels, if they were in this, no matter what they say and how they support this, I guarantee if something happened to Queen Bee's daughter, you would hear it in her voice, okay? She wouldn't be putting pictures up of her child that's missing and not be breaking down. Okay? Like, out of all the horrible things that I think of Queen Bee, one thing I really don't think that she would do is not feel pain for her child that's missing, unless she was the reason why her child was missing, which I don't believe she would be. Okay? In all reality, I guess only time will tell. Don't make me hate saying this, Queen Bee. I'm just saying, don't make me hate saying this. But I don't think we're going to be, you know, having Queen Bee on this show because one of her children are missing, okay? She does a lot of stupid shit, but at the end of the day, I honestly believe if something happened to Queen Bee's children, she would be showing a lot more emotion than Katie Proudfoot, okay? And that's on the real. And even those other hated channels, I also believe the same thing. You know, a lot of these people, like No Nonsense, she would be acting a lot different if it was her child, and along with Duchess. And for them to go ahead and support this and know that this is a direct conflict with the way they would act if they were in a situation like this is where I have a problem. It's where I personally have a problem. She does sound upset later on, Deanna says. But you're right, in my opinion. She should be. But is it forced? Because this stuff comes natural. When she's talking about this, it should be hard for her to talk about it. It's not hard for her to talk about. It's very easy for her to talk about. Like I said, it's almost like she's talking about her grandfather, her wonderful grandfather that, you know, was laid to rest. But what a great man he was. Here, let me show you how. Look at all these wonderful times. These were such great times, right? That's what it sounds like to me. And I don't like that implication. I don't like that implication. So there is that.
His grin is.
Oh, here. Oh, do we need to do this again? Hold on a second. Let's go ahead and do it again. Because it seems like he always gets a little upset when we do this. Let me find him. How did I find him so early before? Let's just keep going. We do have him in here somewhere. Maybe he's further up here. Maybe he's further at the top. Let's go top down. Pretty sure he's closer to the top. And I'll have to save this so we can get back to it. We'll find it. BS. Bullshit, man. Give me just a second. We'll find you. We're going to find you. I'll put you down at the bottom so we make sure you're easily found moving forward. So every time you come over here and mess around, we're going to throw your face right up on my show. So this is going to be your final warning. Stay off my channel. Can somebody send me a photo of that creep? Oh, we're getting close. I think we're getting close. Oh, yeah, there's that crazy teacher from New York. Got a picture of her, too. Maybe I should start showing her around, because from what I hear, she's still taking my personal business, my private business, and putting it up on her channel. Piece of shit. Can somebody send me? I don't know where that photo was. I was able to find it pretty quick yesterday, but there it is. Found it. We're gonna have to put this on. There we go. Every time he comes over here messing with the Bullhorn Betty, we're going to throw his channel up there. He keeps trying to tell me this is not it, but if it wasn't it, he wouldn't be trying so hard to make me feel like it's not him, right? And the fact that I know it is him. I know it is him. So, there we go. There we go. Every time you come over here messing with my channel, we're going to throw your face up on the screen. Somebody's going to know who you are. If you know who that face is, please reach out to bullhornbetty@gmail.com. Bullhornbetty@gmail.com. It's from South Carolina. All right. Let's keep going.
So distinct.
Oh, that was the first day of school.
I love this picture too, with his glove on.
He was, for a little while there, he was really into baseball. We would.
See, it would be something like this, seeing a cute little, something that if this person was missing out of my family, I'd be breaking down and crying. I don't know if I could hold this. This is a cute picture. This is a cute picture of a missing boy. I guarantee if his father's watching this channel, this right here is making his father's heart hurt. Okay? I'm sure that he's sitting there drinking his coffee and breathing pretty heavy. Something like, probably something like that, And here he has to listen to, if he's here, which, I'm pretty sure he bounces around. And if he's not listening right now, he'll be listening later today. And he's listening to how happy and jovial and joyous Katie's voice sounds, because in my opinion, I feel like it's Duper's delight. I feel like all of this has been Duper's delight. She's hidden until she thinks she's safe. Now she's back. Now she thinks she's conned everybody. She hasn't conned the true crime community. She's conned some idiots that have no education. Okay, that's who she's conned. But the people that actually have common sense, which you don't need to be book smart to be smart, right? People that actually have common sense knows that this is bullshit.
Would get tickets to go see the Padres play fairly regularly, and we would go, and he got so into it that he became a hardcore Padres fan for a little while, and so we got him a glove. And
I am so sorry to hear that, Deanna, but then I mean, this has got to be pretty hard for somebody like you to know the grief that you go through daily, weekly, monthly, annually, and to hear this. Now, you're saying this is your grandson. So you have a daughter. Does your daughter act like this? Because that's my question. And I'm asking legitimately, not to call your daughter or anything. I'd like to know, because again, a lot of us haven't dealt with this, right? We think we would act this way if we dealt with it. But when I have an opportunity to hear from somebody that has, I'm going to ask them the question, because that's how we learn. That's how we learn of different types, different personality types as well. Yeah, that's got to be hard. Hey, D Mystery, it's nice to see you. Good morning, love bug. Yeah, I'd like to dive into that a little bit more, because I'd have to think that there are I don't know. I'd have to think that there are people that grieve, and they even grieve differently. We watch people grieve differently. Okay, I mean, look at how Riley Strain's mother grieved. And look at how Layla Santanella's mother grieved. They grieve differently, but they still grieve. Riley's mom can't even say his name without her bottom chin just quivering and tears pouring out of her eyes. Whereas, Jennifer Santanello, you can hear the somberness. She has, a little more control on the waterworks, but not by much. Her bottom chin isn't quivering, but you can definitely hear the voice quivering as she talks at certain things. She's been talking a lot, so now she's becoming a little more comfortable with the control of her voice, as opposed to, say, somebody like Riley Strain's mother or Katie Proudfoot. Like, Katie Proudfoot hasn't been talking enough to be able to handle talking about their child on a daily basis, like Layla Santinella's mom has done. But you got two parents here that are grieving. You see that Jen's grieving, and you see that Riley's mom's grieving, but they are grieving differently. They are grieving differently. Riley Strain's mother is a little more inconsolable and incontrollable, right? But you can still see the grief on both the mamas. And that's what we're talking about. Hey, Casey, it's nice to see you. My daughter passed away 8 years ago, and I'm still shattered and broken over her death. It's just hard for me to believe that somebody... No, my daughter's ex-husband, I think, was responsible for and was real accidental. Ooh, 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 ooh. So you kind of got it from both sides, too. So you guys know. This is just not right. Was the step-husband, ex-husband, was he cavalier? I ended up in a mental hospital over a month, I'm sure. My daughter says she couldn't grieve because I was grieving. I'm pretty sure most of us who have followed Sebastian from the beginning, and even those who started later, still have heavier hearts seeing him. Yes, than she does. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I think that's kind of the way we're all kind of feeling. Yes, ma'am. That's it.
We used to, out in the backyard, we'd throw the ball, and he was actually pretty good swinging with the bat. He was pretty good at it. And a lot of fun going out there. He got to meet the entire team more than
Cardina,
once.
it's nice to see
Oh,
you.
that's really cool.
Mhm.
Tell me about this picture. I've got to know.
So on our vertical mode, Cardina says, if one of my two went missing, I wouldn't have the strength to hold my composure to speak to anyone without falling to pieces, falling apart. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at with all of this, right? Oops, I accidentally hit a button. Excuse me, something's about to pop up, and it's going to take a moment. It's probably going to lag my system. Give me a second while I try to get out of it. Quit. Remind me later. Shoot. Okay, hopefully I got that turned off. Okay, I did. Sorry about that. I accidentally hit a button underneath, and it does a little funky. So yeah, I think that's kind of, he would make statements like he wished he had a normal son. Oh yeah, that kind of sounds like the way Chris treated Sebastian, or talked about Sebastian at the beginning. Hey, Devil's Queen, it's nice to see you. She says, I lost my infant son. I was shocked at first, and then it hit when I lost my son. Urn pendant. I was hysterical. I dropped on the floor sobbing. Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of people, and that's what people don't understand, is that when we come here and we're in the true crime genre, we have people that come here that have experienced what we're talking about. They've experienced some of the cases that we've talked about. They've lived this. And I think, from the normal perspective, from the common sense perspective, when we see parents acting like Chris and Katie, it doesn't sit right. I mean, they act almost as atrocious as Don Wells did, and Candace Bly. They're just not. It's awful, and their behavior doesn't bode with the situation, the severity of the situation we're dealing with here. Like, this child has been gone, in 2 more months, freaking 2 solid years. His mother should be blessed hysterical at this point. Not laughing and giggling.
Fair.
When I saw it, I was like, hold on, what do we have going on here?
So
With this corn.
we have a tradition where every year we go to the state fair because all of us love the grilled corn. It's just not the same anywhere else, even at home. And so every year we go to the state fair and we get our grilled corn. And the two of them were sword fighting with their corn.
See, that was where I was going.
And they did that all these years, but they don't have any recent photo of this. if they do it every year. This is a photo from when this child looks like he was 9 years old. I mean, he doesn't even barely come up to Chris's shoulders.
I was like, what is happening here? I was like, is this
They were standing there in the middle of the walkway
sword fighting?
with the cords.
Kids will be kids, won't
How do you laugh about stuff like that? Like, I would think she would be crying. I want those memories back. Hey, Summer's Army, it's nice to see you. I want those memories back. I want those memories back. I know. I think I think that's what the problem is with all of us. And this is what I'm talking about, the POS Duchess is, and nonsense for that matter. Just they don't question anything. They just let them spill whatever lies they want to spill with no accountability. Why? Because Duchess really doesn't care for the truth. She cares for the attention. She cares to be rubbing elbows with the biggest pieces of crap, and she's the beginning go-to of the hate channels for protection.
they?
The big one and the little one in that picture.
Right. Exactly.
We
Now
got
this-
him that the unlimited ride bracelet, and he was more interested in getting his corn than he was riding the rides.
Oh my goodness. Well, that must be some good corn then, for sure. Now this looks like a scary picture right here, and Sebastian has got his lip out. Tell me more about this one.
That's the same night as the other picture. That's we were waiting in line to get in, and they had different characters running around and scaring people. And he scared Sebastian because he was so determined that he wasn't going to be scared. And we were standing there talking, and we saw him coming up, and he tapped Sebastian. And Sebastian turned around and jumped.
I'm sorry, Dan.
I'm sure.
I was like, I gotta get a picture of this. And he stuck his lip out. He's pouting.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, we have several people that have lost loved ones in our chat right now. Several. Okay? We've got several people that have lost children or grandchildren in our chat, and they're crying right now because of, thinking of their lost loved one, and listening to this mother being so cavalier, and it's just, she's really odd. I think I think that really is the sentiments here. I'd be sounding like the first day. I could have never. And you know what? And the bad part is, Sandy, is that, this is the way they've acted since day one. Nothing has really changed in their behavior. They know their behavior is frowned upon from everybody, and they think that this is normal. Okay? Normal parents don't come on here and joke and laugh when they have a missing child like their child's this is just, just another day. That's just not normal. It's just not normal having a mom so happy and joyous that she doesn't get to see her child for 2 years. She seems pretty freaking happy with all her memories. Just not him.
I would have been, I don't know, beside myself. Tell me about this picture right here with the Grinch.
So that is a event that they do here.
Oh, hey, Emblem.
It's a charity event where they bring in all these buses and they decorate them, and you get to go through and look at the buses and the decorations, and it's a charity event for the children locally, and we go every year and we support. And Sebastian saw this Grinch and he loved it.
It just seems like everything's from the same year. He seems like he's the same height, wearing the same clothes. It seems like several photos from, let's just see here. I want to see what he was wearing with the corn. I know that's different. Okay. Because it looks like he's wearing that, the black shirt, and it sounds like he's wearing the black shirt here, but this is a sweatshirt. So the reason why I'm saying is because it looks like this is all from the same event. Potentially, but maybe not. Maybe not. So let's just keep going. All right.
He's like, I want to get a picture with him. I've got probably 100 pictures from that night because he was just posing with everybody.
Okay, so 100 pictures from that night. So why do we not have, again, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. We don't have any, it doesn't seem like she has any updated photos that we could look at.
I love
This is
that
all
so
about his
much.
childhood.
And this
Back when the
this
good-
must
back
be
in the
a
good old
Halloween
days.
costume. Or
Back in the good old days. Back in the good old days. This doesn't even look like their current house. Flooring doesn't look right. So this is even prior to the Hendersonville home.
or was this just a regular dress up?
The
Hey, Elmarch.
Transformer. No, that was Halloween. Oh no, sorry.
Hey,
the
Honey Dip.
Naruto. That was Halloween as well. He soon as he puts on his costume, he gets into character.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt about that.
I got a bunch of pictures because he was just sitting there doing all his.
This sounds like a conversation a normal parent would have with another parent. As you guys are talking about some of the stuff that you have, like, you would never, if you walked in on this conversation, you would never know that how severe this situation is. You would never know that there is a child missing from this home. It sounds like we're just talking about somebody's, pictures about somebody's son. Normal's talking about, like, it sounds like, I don't know. This is just weird for me. Decor and more, it's nice to see you, love.
His little moves, and he was doing his little dabby thing, and he was running like Naruto with his hands where they put them down like behind him, and they just take off running real fast. And that was what he wanted to be. So that year he was Naruto. I think him and his daddy were watching a lot of those anime cartoons and whatnot.
Okay. I love it. Now
That's
tell me about this one, because this is another favorite of mine. I love that picture.
And it looks like Sebastian is in a sweatshirt, but I don't see the white print on the sweatshirt. So this actually might be a different time.
His face is so, he looks so happy in this picture. Tell me about it.
If I'm not mistaken, that's another Halloween.
So they like Halloween. It sounds like every single photo we talked about was creepy houses, Halloween. The majority of the stuff that they do as a family is over Halloween. Hey, Philly.
I don't know. It's just goofing off.
Was Halloween the favorite? Was that the one that was like
See, even the commentators are picking up on it like me, like it seems like the only thing that they ever do as a family is on Halloween, because she's pulled a lot of photos of the family being together, and it appears they're only together on Halloween. I mean, I'm not saying that that's the facts. I'm just saying that's the appearance.
the most joy was dressing up and stuff.
Daisy.
It's definitely one of his
Laura,
favorite
nice to see you.
holidays.
I
I think he enjoys the things that we go out and do, like the haunted rides and the haunted houses and whatnot. But I think more than anything, he likes it because he gets a whole bunch of candy.
Okay, so, obviously not scared very easily. I'm sure he went on the, younger kids stuff, but it seems like he enjoyed Halloween and enjoyed creepy stuff.
One thing about these photos, though, that you're sharing, Katie, is it really shows his ability to adapt in crowds, different.
Oh, maybe there was an angle to all of this, a narrative to paint on her happy and jubilation of her son being gone. Maybe there's a narrative driven fact here somewhere, because it's not about a missing child, right? We've learned nothing about a missing child. We learned all about how this child appears to be fun and enjoys Halloween. But other than that, I don't think anybody walking into my show right now would know that this child is missing, and that's his mother that's laughing and giggling.
Different situations, around a lot of people. So that's a really good thing to know, that you guys had been out, like sporting events, loud things. If he was interested in it, it seems like he did really well and enjoyed himself.
Yes. So Sebastian was sensitive, or is sensitive, to like sudden loud noises bother him, or loud.
Oh, so she's acknowledging sudden loud noises. Let's listen to this just a little bit.
Or is sensitive to like that.
Well, and enjoyed himself.
Now listen.
Yeah. So Sebastian was sensitive, or is sensitive to.
She used past tense again. She used past tense again. And fixed it again. Consciously fixed it in real time like she did on the last interview. Wasn't that a year ago? Didn't she do an interview on his birthday, his 16th birthday, and said was on that as well? Past tense, and she knew it right then and there and fixed it? Wow, folks. Interesting. Interesting.
He did really well and enjoyed himself.
Yes. Yeah. So Sebastian was sensitive, or is sensitive to like sudden loud noises bother him, or loud noises.
So loud noises do bother him, because that was the excuse of why he couldn't have possibly gone out of the garage, right? Because the noise from the garage bothers him. So they have to keep with that. But I don't know. This is kind of contradicting a lot of their stuff, because we all know that there's a lot of cranky, rattling, sparky, instant fear factors that go on in haunted houses and stuff like that. And if he's not breaking down and having a complete utter meltdown at these things, then obviously maybe there's a reason why they want us to believe that he's sensitive to noise. I'm curious about that. Is he truly sensitive to loud noises? Because I don't know of any Halloween haunted house prank thing that we go to that's not loud. Exactly. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but we had Miss Robin on here. Well, Miss Robin, she used to be a mod. We kind of had a falling out. But, you know, her and I and her husband went to a haunted house, and I remember walking up to it. It was extremely loud music. It was just extremely loud. So, you know, I'm trying to figure out this, because, you know, why are we needing to know that he is ultra sensitive to loud, shocking noises, but yet he's here around loud, shocking noises? That yeah, in the bowling alley too. You're making a point here. I mean, why are they needing us? Maybe we were asking the wrong questions. Why are we needing to know that he is fearful of sounds? But everything she's presenting here shows he's not fearful of sounds. And moreover, you guys have to remember, we also did the SeaWorld event, because I helped Seth prepare the SeaWorld event. He was around a lot of people and around a lot of noises that he wasn't accustomed to, and he seemed to really enjoy himself. So why are we being force-fed that he has a problem with loud noises? What's the purpose of that? Because everything that's being presented over the last year actually contradicts that, in my opinion. Let's listen to this again.
Yeah. So Sebastian was sensitive, or is sensitive to like sudden loud noises bother him, or loud noises bother him. But if it's something that he's enjoying or having fun with, he tends to cope a little bit better with it.
Yeah.
And it also depends on the day.
This doesn't look like coping. He looks like he's enjoying himself. I mean, can we agree that there's a difference between coping and enjoying himself? If you guys believe that this photo describes, oh, thank you. I know she does. Let's do a poll here. If you believe that he looks like he's enjoying himself here, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like he's only coping, put a 2 in the chat. Be honest. The difference between enjoying and coping. Does this boy in this photo look like he's enjoying himself or coping? Let's see what we got. Do, 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 do. That's the one we need. We need a do, 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 do. Oh, let's do. Are we coping? Are we coping or are we enjoying? I can't see it. It doesn't appear to be coming in. I think it's frozen up just a little bit. Let me see if I can trigger it. Hold on. Give me okay, there they are. They're coming in. Sorry, the doohickey here, these things here, it's taken a little bit of time to get them. Sometimes it freezes up because we're running too much stuff and the CPU can't handle it, so it freezes up my chat box. And so that's what we're dealing with right now. My chat box is a little frozen, so here we go. So we have a mixture, but mostly it looks like mostly ones, but we do have a mixture that people do believe that he's coping a little bit versus enjoying himself. So some people are split, many people are ones. There are a few, in the middle of whether he's coping or not. So we'll respect that. So, but it looks like for the most part, I think we can all agree the majority of the audience kind of believes he's enjoying himself. But again, we know autism is a little finicky. So some things that, and to degrees, like he might have problems with certain noises, but other noises he doesn't have a problem with. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Yeah, that's good. Laura's a 2. Okay. Good morning, Rory. It's nice to see you, love. So, Mama Bear of 10 is here. It's nice to see you. I missed you, but I see Deanna responding to you, so it's nice to see you. Hey, Amy, it's nice to see you as well. He's holding his ears at the Texas Roadhouse. The music outside might bother him. That's a good point. We did see some action from him. Yeah. My chat's froze up a little bit, so sorry, folks. So you guys are just going to have to wait until it unfreezes. Hopefully it hasn't froze up the show, but the chat's a little froze up. So it looks like the chat just came back on. So either way, let's get moving on this.
He does have some days where it's more prominent or more bothersome, and other days where he can crank the radio up. One day he'll reach over while I'm driving and turn the radio up real loud if he likes the song, and other days he's like, Mom, can you turn it down? It's too loud. But I think it just depends more so on how he was feeling and what kind of noise it was as well. Like fireworks, we always gave him the sound headphones. We have he has a set of headphones like you would wear at the gun range where they're the soundproofing. And so because he hated fireworks, but we found out he actually loved the fireworks, he just hated the noise. And once we got him these his own headphones that he could put on, and we controlled that sound effect on it, then he turned out he loved it. And he was out there just having a great old time, because we always do kids fireworks that they can partake in, and then we have like the real big ones.
Okay, so Aurora, good
it's just one
good
more
morning, Aurora. But Aurora says, let me put this back up here. It's going to cut it off just a little bit, but I'll read it to you. It says, it's very hard to say. His medication could affect his ability to enjoy himself if they gave him that beforehand or not. He was having a good day or not. He looks happy, but was he in the background? I'm not sure, but was he in the background? But the way he is in the background, something is just off right there. But I get your point. So maybe medication could be helping him with some of this stuff. I didn't think about that, to be honest with you. So that is a possibility. Minnow, good morning. It's nice to see you. Good morning, Philly. I'm sure he didn't enjoy what you did to him, Katie. Yeah, exactly. I do believe Katie did something. She's too cavalier here. And she's been cavalier since every time she talks, she just has no urgency. And she sounds just like Courtney. I'm sorry, she does.
Reminder.
Not the words she's using, the temper, the tempo, the upbeatness, the lack of concern, the lack of true concern.
How much, adapting and
I know.
the ability of finding joy, even in all of this. And this just, if he's out there, he could be, anything, like his ability to adapt and enjoy things. So it gives me hope.
Well, that's not what she just said. That's what you said, nonsense. She just told you that this was just happened to be that night. He's fine with it that night. Not that he adapts with people. As a matter of fact, Katie said just the opposite of that. But, nonsense wants to drive her narrative. That he can mingle with people. Why? Because they're driving a narrative to show Chris and Katie couldn't have had something to do with it. But you have to explain, because these two people here are idiots, right? They can't explain. They probably don't even know what Occam's razor is. And in all fairness, I didn't know what Occam's razor was until it was sent to me. But now that we know, right? And statistically, that's where we live. In the statistics, these two little hotheads up here that are too busy protecting monsters, if they would just look at statistics and real actual information, they might have changed, but I don't think they would. I think they're just going to remain dirtbags. They're always going to help the bad guy. Okay? Nonsense likes to help bad guys. Duchess likes to help bad guys. Then they just support the hate channels that run interference and literally plant evidence. In reality, they plant online evidence. They manufacture it. We watch what they did to me. And these are the hate channels that start out on Dutch's interview and ends up winding up on these hate channels. Why? Because they're all in bed together to help monsters. So bad people start out on Dutch's and then work their way up to, say, chlamydia or QB.
Me too.
And all these people are intertwined.
Hold on to that for you guys, because.
And Chico says we've done hit 1K. Oh my gosh, y'all. It says here.
Okay, this is where it's going to make you sick. Okay, I'm just going to forewarn everybody here. The next statement that comes out of Katie Proudfoot's mouth, you guys are going to be very upset because it's sickening.
We've reached $1,567 of 2K. You guys are incredible. Y'all are showing off. Oh my gosh. I cannot even believe this. 1581 right now. We're at 1581. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Sebastian would love that. He loves helping other people. Thank you all.
Oh, wow. Loves helping other people. He loves helping other people, doesn't he? Loves helping other people. Very interesting from a mother's mouth when she has a missing boy. Her boy sure loves to help other people. Sure loves to help other people. Where the heck is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? Where is he? Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Duchess? You POS. Garbage. White trash bitch. Where's Sebastian? I mean, you've hung around Katie long enough. You should know where Sebastian is, honey. So where's Sebastian, Duchess? You went on a motorcycle ride with them. Where's Sebastian, Duchess? You like coddling monsters, so where's Sebastian, Duchess? Becky? No nonsense? Where's Sebastian, boo-boo?
This is just, you guys are so amazing. Missing persons around the world, it's so good to see you. Thank you for being here.
This photo you have on your screen, I mean, every one of them, the genuine smile. And
yeah, and Katie looks like she's 20, okay? These photos are so blessed old that it's disgusting. These photos are so blessed old that it's disgusting. We've watched this whole thing. How many knew when you guys came into my chat, if it wasn't for my title and the thumbnail, how many people would have walked in and realized, and be honest, that would have thought we had a missing boy here based on his mom joking and laughing? How many people? Put an A in the chat is if you had no clue we're talking about a missing boy. Put an A in the chat. Put a B in the chat if you knew we were talking about a boy, a missing boy, and it was conveyed based upon the show I'm showing you. A, you had no clue had you not known, and B, they're conveying very clearly that there's a child missing. Cindy believes that there is a child missing, and they conveyed that well. And in all fairness, thank you for your honesty. I appreciate it. It is about, what we feel as a whole. So we have one so far. Is anybody going to join her? Okay, so we got a lot of A's. And in all fairness, it's not about whether we have a missing boy. We know there's a missing boy. My question was, do you believe that coming into this chat and watching what I showed you, had you not known about this case, would you think there was a missing boy? And A was no, we would never have known. And a lot of people believe that A. We do have one that believes B, but I wanted to clarify just in case they misunderstood. So it sounds like there is one person that does believe, but my stream is delayed. Yeah, there's going to be some delays in the stream, hun. I'm sorry. There's not much we can do about it. I'm running 2 shows at once simultaneously. I'm running a vertical stream, and I'm running a horizontal stream, and running a live chat. So it's bogging down. It's bogging down the old system. I could tell you the battery can barely handle it on the MacBook Pro. I really think I need to upgrade to a regular computer, like a desktop, to run this show. I think that, I mean, God bless these laptops. They got us through all of these years, but it unfortunately, all this new equipment, all the new stuff we're running, it's taking a lot of bandwidth. So we need to have better equipment that can handle it, but that's okay. We have growing pains. We'll get through the growing pains. We always grow. We strive to be the best. We know we'll never quite achieve perfection, so we're going to keep striving for it. So that's where we're at. So we have a lot of people that agree that this doesn't appear like somebody's missing child. This is not any type of show that I've ever seen where we're talking about a missing child and it's his birthday. This is something I've never seen from any parent in my life. Their behavior has been atrocious, and it's like all they have to do themselves, Chris and Katie, would be just research missing children and parents. And they would see very, very clearly why nobody believes them. Because when you see a real parent that's grieving, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You don't have to question. And I can guarantee you there's not one father or stepfather of a missing child that they love out there making mockery of their real father. Not one case have I ever covered where the stepfather mocked the father for being distraught over a missing son. Ever in my life. That was disgusting. And that said everything I needed to hear. Everything.
And joy, that his smile is so distinct in every one of these. And this is it's like a whole new all these different features that I'm noticing that I didn't notice before. And some of the previous photos are just standing out to me. And I'm like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
These are great, Katie. Thank you for sharing these with us today. I know today's got to be incredibly difficult for you, but
I just want him to know that he's loved and that we're out here and that we're still looking for him.
Says a woman that's never gotten off of her ass to actually look for him one day. She's never even posted one flyer. The only flyer she's ever posted was on her own car, and she ripped him down 2 weeks later. She's never done anything to advocate for her son. She's never done anything to advocate for her son. Nothing whatsoever. Nothing whatsoever.
Absolutely. And we're here just to help support in any way that we can. And for all of the
I just got a notification from Ellie in the chat, as well as something just popped up on my YouTube saying that we are dealing with some drop. We have some drop rates. So if it is buffering for you, just work through it. We're doing just fine. We're almost through this. So we'll be closing the show out pretty soon.
The parents, and I feel like that this is the time that we need to bring the focus back to Sebastian.
Absolutely.
So, and I appreciate you, coming up and sharing, your memories about these wonderful pictures that you sent us today.
Yeah, without breaking down one time, without crying one time, without any sobbing one time, she was able to go through all of these photos of her missing son, her son that's been missing for 2 years, without one shedded tear. Guys, don't forget we have 460 people in our main chat, and we have 63 people in our vertical chat. If you guys, oh, there's my problem right there. It's still running. Make sure this is not running. Okay, this is paused. That wasn't paused. That might have been the problem. My system was still running. I was running 3 shows because it was running my live stream behind here. Okay. Please don't forget to hit the live, the thumbs up button. Again, we have 66 people in the vertical view, and we have 460 people in the horizontal view, 173 people in the horizontal view. If you guys will hit that thumbs up button, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you guys are on X or Instagram or Facebook, please post this out. This is a lot of, conversations. This is a lot of our opinions. This is a lot of stuff that's driving this case and why we believe Katie is such a suspect in this case. Not only was she the last person to see this child alive, not only did this child fall asleep in a house that she was the only person inside of, and then all of a sudden by morning he was gone and gone forever. No evidence that he even walked out the house. We've got a problem here. And while there might be other people that refuse to acknowledge the obvious, we will not. And we don't care whose feelings we hurt. We're not here for your feelings, okay? We're here for the truth. And the truth in this case is bad. Chris and Katie's behavior does not equate to the words that are coming out of their mouth or the situation they are currently in.
Because
and that is my opinion, but that's the opinion many people in this channel, on this channel, have. Okay, it's not just me. Hey, Sassy. Hey, Michelle. It's nice to see you, love. Sasha.
To
peace and love. It's
to
nice
be able
to see
to
you.
share in those memories and know how important it is that Sebastian
him so much.
Okay, let's go back. Sorry.
To his family
I
where
can't
he's
stand
loved.
Dutch's voice. She drives me
We
nuts.
all love him so much. Not just me and both his dads, but the whole family.
Oh, you mean that step grandfather, the Terry Bauer socks that says his attention span depends on how many squirrels are in the yard? Oh, that person loves him? Got it. These people are disgusting. I got to tell you, you know what? They have, after hearing the way that they talk about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, it was disgusting. It was horrible to think that they spoke about that young boy the way that they had done. And they did this right in front of his face. And we noticed that at the beginning, because if they talked like this at the beginning and thought there was nothing wrong with the way they talked about him, how many times did they talk about him like this to his face? As if he didn't have feelings or didn't know that they were making fun of him or treating him bad. Yeah, he doesn't have 2 dads. Good point. He has 1 father. Just because you marry a piece of shit doesn't make him a child's father, just to let everybody out there know. It takes a real man to be a father and a dad. And I can tell you, Chris is not a real man. He's got a penis, but he's got a penis upstairs and downstairs. He's a joke. Okay? He's a joke that thinks he's tough by bullying women. Well, this woman he was never able to bully. Okay? He'll never be able to bully me, and I pity the fool if he ever puts a hand on me. I will break his hand. I hope I never see this man. I got nothing for him.
We all love him. And it's just incredibly difficult not having him home and not knowing where he is and if he's okay. but I know in my heart we're going to find him because we're not going to stop looking. None of us are. Good, bad, and ugly aside, we all love him and we all have the goal of bringing him home.
Absolutely.
Christopher Proudfoot doesn't care about this boy. Christopher Proudfoot doesn't even care about his wife. I think at this point, they're just together, just to be together. Hey, Frog Girl, it's nice to see you. This was yesterday. This was yesterday. This batshit crazy POS of a mother decides to go and honor her son on his birthday by joking and laughing and having a great time. Normal people don't do that.
That's really all that we want. And we have such a...
Did you see his father out there? Let me ask you guys, did you see Seth out there enjoying and hooting and hollering and saying, ooh, let's smile about... No, he doesn't want to celebrate because his son is not here to celebrate. His son is not here to celebrate. He wants his son home. And you got this monstrosity of a family. Where's Chris Proudfoot in this whole situation? Usually he doesn't allow Katie to be questioned alone. Didn't we hear that from how many private investigators? You're not interviewing my wife by herself. Right? Isn't that what he always said? This man is a very abusive man. We've watched him talk about running people over. We've watched him. I personally witnessed him screaming in his mother's face. He's a violent person. Screaming in his mother's face. Screaming in Terry Lynn's face. Again, women. Grown-ass man that looks like that looks like Christopher Proudfoot with his frickin' face screaming in some other person 2 inches from their nose. He's a violent piece of shit. Okay? It's not even my opinion. I've got enough evidence to produce that he is a violent piece of shit, including his ex-wives, too.
Wonderful community that can put their differences aside.
That's corroborated, baby.
And be able to say, we got to keep the focus on Sebastian. And that's what is paramount. And I believe this is Sebastian with his teachers here.
At his 8th grade graduation. That was his 8th grade graduation day.
8th grade graduation day. 8th grade. She doesn't have a 9th grade graduation. She doesn't have, well, I guess this would have been his first year. So he had his last year of middle school. He got pictures. So that was, what would this be, 2023? Was he a sophomore or a freshman at his high school? Do we know? 15. I have to think that was freshman, right? He was a freshman? Freshman. So Angela says freshman. Yeah, I think it's freshman. I think he would have been a freshman. So that's 2022. Hey, Sheila, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Because I'm a love machine. Ow! Yeah, I think a freshman. But the reason why I'm asking is because this shows you it's been a while since they've taken pictures of him. Okay? So let's go back and listen to that. Let me just make sure I heard that
This is
right.
Sebastian with his teachers here.
At his 8th grade graduation. That was his 8th grade graduation day.
So 8th grade graduations, that was just the year before. If he was a freshman, 8th grade is the last year in middle school. And then freshman is 9th grade. So freshman would have been in the high school. Now, if they don't go to high school until 10th grade, which in Florida, you go to high school at 9th grade. So if this was, his last day, 8th grade graduation, that means the next year he would be going to high school. So this is probably the most recent of the photos that we have in a while right here. Okay? If everything's accurate.
He seems like such a happy young man.
He is. He's so proud of himself in that picture. Those are some of his favorite teachers right there. They were amazing. And
This
Right
is
there,
another
he
young
was
photo of
excited.
him
He got the
too.
color on the sheets before
Yeah.
he went in.
I see that. I see that. And green, of course, because green is one of his favorite colors.
Absolutely. He'll
And
pick it every time.
he loves his green tea.
Makes me wonder how much trouble he got in for coloring on his sheets, because if Chris was in his life, he would have probably been in a lot of trouble. I'm just saying. My mama, the reason why I'm saying is because if I colored on my white sheets, my mama would have had my ass. And she seems really cavalier about that. And I'm just saying, my mama, she'd have tanned my ass. I'm not gonna lie. Mama Bullhorn would have tanned Bullhorn Betty's ass, and I colored on some damn sheets now. I'm just saying. I just want to know. He seems pretty happy he colored on those sheets, but how long did that happiness last for?
Oh, that is one of my favorite videos of him ever. And it was so funny because I don't even remember what we were doing. He was just getting himself a drink, and out of nowhere he goes, "Hey, Mom." And I went, "What?" And he goes, and he looks and he giggles and he's like,
Wolf.
And he's like,
"Hey, girl,
"Hey, Mom, look,
oh, yeah,
green
in the hospital.
tea." And he just thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
That must be the only funny joke she has with her son, because how many times has she said the same thing? She said it on 5 different interviews. Oh, he's such a goofy guy. He has this green tea one where he's like, green tea, and he's just so, but she says it over and over again as if that's the only funny thing he's ever done. You know? I mean, this is just bizarre. It's the same story. Why doesn't she have any new stuff to come up with?
About that, how you were saying, he was just, finding his wittiness.
He was really coming into his wittiness and getting good one-offs and coming up with little funny jokes. And
but you can't think of any other one but the green tea.
His sense of humor and coming into himself in that way, like he's.
And again, she can't say anything but the green tea one. The green tea, green tea. That's all she comes up with.
He was really starting to develop his own sense of humor and jokes and whatnot, because one of the things about him has always been.
And I just want to say, out of all the conversations I've had with Seth Rogers, he has been adamant that law enforcement wants the flyers that they produce out. Not any other flyers, not ones for that are branded for Dutch's interview. Why do you think I'm using regular either TBI or FBI forms? Because that's what law enforcement has requested. But that's not good enough for Dutch's. She needs to have a branded missing flyer, even though they have been adamant. Even Seth, he wants to use the FBI flyer, and Sumner County's getting pissed off at him for not using their flyer, right? So, again, why is Dutch's using a flyer that she knows that law enforcement has stated multiple times they don't want any other flyer being distributed except theirs, right? And we've provided the flyer from At Night, but it's offering a $500,000 reward, okay? But at the end of the day, they don't want us supplying anything out there except for their stuff, the FBI, or because somebody might clip this, print this, and start posting this around town, and law enforcement doesn't want that. The only reason why she did this is for branding, for people to know that this is Dutch's, to bring people to her channel. I thought that was frowned upon. I thought grifting was frowned upon in the hate channels, right? I thought grifting was frowned upon in the hate channels, but it seems like that as long as it's their people with the grift, it's okay. Aw, thank you, Denise. I appreciate that. What was that? Thank you. So you guys couldn't see that because it was on my vertical side, but Denise gifted a super chat of $1.99. So I wanted to make sure that was seen or heard from on this channel. I don't know if there's other ones on that one. That was just the one I saw here. Chrissy, it's nice to see you. Denise, it's nice to see you. You guys are on the vertical stream, and you're more than welcome to be over there on the vertical stream, but we have like 400 and some odd, or almost 500 people over in the horizontal stream if you guys would like to come over. Let's keep going.
He's been very literal. So like sarcasm very frequently missed on him. It's lost on him. He if you look at him and go, "You hurt my ceilings," he'll be like, "It's not ceilings, it's feelings."
I just am completely dumbfounded. Oh, thank you, YouTuber. YouTuber gifted a Bullhorn Betty membership. If you received your Bullhorn Betty membership, which it looks like it went to Oma, congratulations. Welcome to this crazy family we call the Coffee Club. The insanity love. Grab your straitjacket in your padded room and welcome aboard. It's a crazy ride over here. It's a crazy ride over here. I agree with you, Mama. Girl mom. In my opinion, it's her husband is the one that started all the drum. It is. He gave the ultimatum. He backed the lady in the corner, a very disturbed lady that's had a lifetime of problems. And he backed the lady into a corner, and it's not any surprise why we are here. He backed Katie into a corner. He made her choose between her son, her disabled son, or her lifestyle. Okay? Most women would have ran off with their son, right? But when you have a mentally disturbed person that's had nothing in their life, and this is the first time that they've ever owned something or ever looked important, they're going to choose the appearance, the facade over the child, especially the child that they're trying to remove. Like Katie was actively working to remove her own child from her house. Most women would have removed the husband from the house if they ever made them choose. Okay, not Katie Proudfoot. Not Katie Proudfoot. She wanted her, remember, she quit smoking to be with Chris. Okay, to quit smoking, that's a very, very hard task. Very hard task. And it just shows you how messed up she is over Chris, that she literally quit smoking just to be with him. So if she quit smoking to be with him, which is one of the hardest things that you can do as a human being, I know, because you guys just watched me quit. You guys are watching Chris over the mob crew quit. It's not easy. Okay. And if it was that easy where we could just be with somebody and they say, hey, if you want to be with me, just quit. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing that. Okay. It's not. And she was able to do that. She was able to quit cold turkey. Throw exactly. Yacht Club is reminding us through Sebastian's beloved cats. She had no problem getting rid of her son's cat. She had no problem destroying her son's feelings over the cat, right? How about the snake? They had no problem hurting his feelings over the snake either. They have hurt this boy every single opportunity that they could possibly hurt this boy. They did. They took his cats away. They took his boa constrictor or python away, whatever type of snake it was, brownie. They took everything that they give this boy, they take away as a punishment. As a punishment. This poor boy was abused. Mentally, physically, spiritually, he was abused. He was abused. In my opinion, absolutely abused. Age is easier to quit than nicotine. I'm telling you what. I don't know about the age. I never had a problem with the pills or any of that stuff. That was never my cup of tea. But I tell you what, it obviously stuck long past my addiction. So I have to agree that is true, you know. Because it did precede my my addiction. So it was the last thing I wanted to kick, because I got rid of all the other gunk and stuff in my life. So I it was the last thing I wanted to kick, and I'm happy that I've kicked it, you know. And I don't forever see myself turning around and running back to it. I have no desire to smoke. I don't care for the smoke. I don't care for the vape. I don't want none of it. I've gotten through it to the point where I have no cravings for it. I'm happy. I'm just stay away from me. Not today, Satan. Not today. But she was able to kick it. She was able to kick it with no problems. No problems at all. I'm telling you, if you can do that and you're given an ultimatum about your child, it seems like you're hook, line, and sinker in with the man.
That cracks me up.
This whole video, this whole entire show was laughing and having a good time. It made me sick. A child is missing, and they're just acting like it's just another day in paradise. It was just disturbing. This whole thing has been disturbing. But leave it to Duchess. Leave it to Duchess. She has no class, no integrity, and she damn sure doesn't care about any missing kid.
Joke, bud.
That makes me laugh, because I'm sure that he just really brought energy to the room wherever he was at.
Yeah, because she knows so well.
Well, I mean, it's contagious. His smile is
Yeah.
contagious. His laugh is contagious. When he's in a bad mood, it's, leave me alone.
Hubby and I were talking about his eclectic taste in music. Tell us
Mhm.
again some of the different artists that Sebastian liked. I know he liked Taylor Swift.
I am the worst person in the world for that. I am the worst for names.
She doesn't even know what kind of music he listens to. But the stepfather, that has nothing to do with him, won't even come home. He knows what kind of music Sebastian likes. Or is it that he forces Sebastian to listen and like that music? 'Cause God forbid there's no hip hop allowed, right? Because they're racist over there, and I can tell you that. I've got a hold of some people that have said some, for all those hate channels, and stuff like that, that just don't like, people that are racist. They don't mind, defending racism. And then Chris has said some very disgusting words about black people, according to some people that he's been around. So, hey, whatever. I mean, these are their words, not mine, right? They don't mind calling Bullhorn Betty a racist, and I've never said the N-word. Chris Proudfoot has. Multiple times. Multiple times. You have never in the history of me being alive and breathing air ever said the N-word. Ever. Ever. Christopher Proudfoot has. And remember, all of these people are supporting him. All these people that like to say racism are actually supporting a person that treats a black person differently than a white person. That's racism. So let's not forget that.
I'm one of those where I can recognize the songs, but for the life of me, I can't tell you the name and artist.
I'm the
He
same.
and Christopher, especially when we're driving in the car,
Right.
they will play different songs, and Chris will be like, "What's this song?" And I'll be like, "I don't know." And Sebastian's in the back seat going, "Mom, it's this and this."
Yeah, because I'm sure he knows.
Oh yeah, he loves it. It's like one of their things that they do, and he's huge crush on Taylor Swift, of course, and
Yes.
super embarrassed.
So what new information have we found out about Sebastian disappearing? Did we find any new or updated recent photos of him that could have been beneficial for us to help look for him? Did they advocate really throughout this entire time to go out and provide activities such as posting flyers, getting out and posting, 10 flyers on poles outside of your home, no matter where you are, because we don't know where they are. We don't see any of that. We haven't heard of her. We didn't see her her face on the screen. We didn't see her show Sebastian's most recent photos. We didn't hear her plead with the public to help find her son. We didn't hear her plead to the potential abductor that took her son. We really got no new information out here at all, other than I want people to look at me and think I'm a decent mom because I finally did go through my arsenal of photos and found a few photos that I want to share. That's what it looks like from outsiders looking in. What was the purpose of this? There was no purpose of this except to make Katie look like a normal human being, which she is not. Okay? Katie is not a normal human being. Okay? She was able to do the unthinkable, in my opinion.
About that if you call him out for it. He'll just turn as pink can be. But I mean, he loves almost all music, and I wish I could name off more names, but I'm just so terrible.
Almost all music except hip hop,
I mean, he
right? Because
loves
Chris won't let him listen to
Ed
it.
Sheeran. He loves.
Why hasn't anybody on the hate channels asked Chris why he would never allow? Let me ask you this: why have we never asked Chris prior to this why there was no hip hop allowed in his home? That would have been interesting, right? If we would have learned this way back when, I'm pretty sure he would have lost. Actually, no, because the hate channels are just nasty people. They profit off of divisiveness. They profit off chaos. They profit off driving wedges in cases instead of helping. That's what they do. That's where their profit comes from. They get paid to run interference. So I don't think they really care whether somebody's racist or not. They only use the racism, try to condemn somebody they don't like, but they don't mind working with racists, right? They don't mind working with racists for profit. So obviously they don't mind it because we know Chris has said it. We've got multiple people, especially that he hangs out with after work, right? Those people that sit at the bar stools next to him, the people we've spoken to that know Chris and have spent months with Chris, right? Even the fact that he gets punched in the face and falls on the ground and starts laughing hysterically. Just creepy, crazy crap that he stirs up and gets into in the bar. When he's in a bar and he runs his mouth in a bar and he gets into one of those fights, those bar fights, and he's knocked to the ground, he starts laughing hysterically. Creepy. 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 Yes. I had 3 different people tell me that story. And that happened in Alabama, by the way.
I know Eye of the Tiger was
Eddie
mentioned.
Vedder. Eddie Vedder is one of the ones that he loves.
Eddie Vedder. Yes, that was it.
Pearl Jam. Why do they
For
say
the life
Eddie
of me,
Vedder
I
instead
could
of Pearl
not.
Jam?
I was trying to think of all the things.
Why do they say Eddie Vedder instead of Pearl Jam? Isn't Eddie Vedder the lead singer in Pearl Jam? Like, when I was growing up, we called him Pearl Jam, not Eddie Vedder.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? The
Kiss,
chat,
I think, is
I
one
bet
of
the
his
chat would be
favorites.
able to tell us all the different things that I probably can't recall in this very moment. And by the way, thank you guys so
We
much.
have 500
for-
people. We have 500 people in the chat. We have 300 likes. Somebody, you guys need to be getting out there and hitting the like button up a little higher than that if you'd be so kind. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're new to this channel, please come back in if you have not already. Once you give the thumbs up, please come back in here. Tell us where you're from and what the temperature is. We got a lot of cold temperature across this world. Some's cold, some's not. Right here, I'm in Florida, and we have some weird weather right now. It's raining today. We got a slight cold front coming in, which is basically something that cools us off a little bit cooler than molten lava. But the rest of you guys seem like you guys are in the, you guys need icicles and Eskimos and igloos and stuff to go get warmed up in. Wow. See, there is no pictures in there of the No, that's the point I made. That's one of the thank you, Sabrina. 47 in Houston. You guys are still cold. That's my problem, Wild Wolf, is the fact that she's showing all these photos, but still no recent photos. These are all old photos. These are all old photos. It seems to me that something happened in 2022 and they they just stopped going out. Oh, Eddie Vedder went solo years ago. Huh. Well, I stopped watching listening to Pearl Jam back in, late 90s, early 2000s. I kind of moved on into a country, I went from, hip hop to metal to country, spice of life. I think that kind of comes with everybody as you try to figure out where your place is in life. You go through phases of your life, right? And something sticks. So Ashley, 8 degrees in Illinois. Ooh, 40 degrees, soupy here. Well, it's getting soupy here in Florida too. It's a little wet outside. I know, I gotta say. So, all right, it was nice to see you. Central Florida. I'm on the west coast of Florida. I'm sandwiched between Hillsborough and Sarasota. I'm in Manatee County. So we kind of are in like this little cove, and we don't get really direct hits from the hurricanes, but we do have some issues. But it stays pretty warm here, and this is the time of year where we have some mild cold fronts coming in, so we get a little more uptick in rain and stuff like that.
Donating, and a big shout out to Anonymous who donated $500.
Oh my bless! Thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys are such.
Can't donate $500 for a search. A search with some like dogs or something private. I mean, all these people that can donate to autism, we have a missing boy. So the $1,500 that you guys raised for autism, we could have raised for a dog to come out there and search the area. right? We could have raised it for meaningful stuff that could have actually helped Sebastian or bring him home. But no, everybody wanted to feel good and support autism, but not Sebastian. You guys make me sick. You guys make me sick. You make me sick.
Such a blessing, paying it forward while we.
You know what Jen Santanello raises money for? She raises money for dogs to come in. She raises money for rewards. She raises money for PIs and other people to come in and help her daughter's case. You know what she doesn't really raise money for? She doesn't really raise money for other people. Why? Because her child's still missing. Her child is still missing.
Just,
But I hope you all felt good. I mean, congratulations for raising $1,500 for autism, but not Sebastian.
try to share these facts and allow a place to just you guys allowing it really means. As far as the other day forward, you would like to continue to do that. Do you want to talk about that?
I can, yes.
Okay.
First and foremost, I pray to God we don't see a 2-year mark. I hope we bring him home. But that being said, even when we do.
Okay. All right. So we hope we don't hit the 2-year mark. Very cavalier. Very creepy. Her tone is freaking creepy when she's talking about her son. It's creepy. It's creepy.
Him home.
You to do that. Do you want to talk about that?
I can, yes.
Okay.
First and foremost, I pray to God we don't see a 2-year mark. I hope we bring him home. But that being said, even when we do bring him home, we were talking and thinking about what would Sebastian want. And we think that supporting other persons that are missing as well.
God! Don Wells. Where's my freaking sirens? Where's my sirens?
Well is a phenomenal idea because supporting other
Do we have
persons that are missing as well is a phenomenal idea because we're not the only family in this situation, unfortunately. And as much as I wish that no one would ever go through this, it's real. And so we were thinking about potentially trying maybe to set up a scholarship in honor of Sebastian in his name to help other families of missing as well, because there are other families who have perhaps a missing child that has siblings, and we now know how difficult that struggle can be, and we think that Sebastian would be happy to help them. And so one of the things that we had thought, like I said, was potentially setting up a scholarship to help support another family or another child in honor of Sebastian.
That's amazing. That's
if
an
that doesn't
incredible
tell
idea.
you Hold on. I'm having some problems here.
Wonderful.
It's not working.
Even when Sebastian does come home,
Hold on.
at least
We're having some
that's
technical
something
problems.
that you want to continue to do.
It's not allowing me to stop this.
Absolutely.
Because
It's not
we
allowing
talked
me to
about
stop
Sebastian, you feel is
All
going
right,
to come
we got to
home.
come back to that. I have to power it down. It's not allowing me to come back. It's not allowing me to pause it, and I needed to pause it. So I don't know why it's getting sticky, but yeah, I do, because we're running a lot of shit on this computer right now. So let it load back up.
I wish that no one would ever go through this. It's real. And
Okay, why is this thing not allowing me to pause it? Okay, it's finally starting to come back up. Let me clear some stuff that's on here that needs to be cleared off, because it's always the YouTubes, it's always the gunk, it's always the publications. The publications seriously cause so many issues on our internet that it's not even funny. I have to go to X, and this is for anybody that's using OBS or other devices. When you're showing your screen, stay away from publications. Read form. Go to X. If you want to read it, go to X or go to YouTube. Okay, it won't you go to the people's website, which is it's detrimental to the people, because now they're not getting their money's worth, right? Because X doesn't, these publications don't get money from X. Nobody gets money from X. But at the end of the day, pull your information from X and YouTube only. If you don't want the bogging down of the system, as soon as you start getting into publications from these different publishers like the New York Times, the New York Post, Yahoo, they litter them with all of these advertisements that are constantly popping up. And so when they do that, even behind the scenes, it's pulling bandwidth, so you can't use them. So I've learned YouTube, TikToks, Instagram, things like that don't come with a whole bunch of advertisements that bogs the bandwidth. But that's what I was dealing with. So if you guys were seeing the buffering, it was because we found out that our vertical was running behind the scenes, not just the chat. Hey, Blue Eyes, you are in the vertical, but I see you over there. So good morning. In the horizontal, we have like 400 or 500, about 400 people, a little under 500 people over here. If you guys would like to come over to the horizontal side and hang out. Otherwise, good morning. But just getting back to this whole scenario here, we've got a mother that sounds very cavalier. We've got another mother that was, that's just been put into prison or in jail awaiting trial for hurting her child and her grandbaby. And listen how calm she sounds.
He's had my grandbaby. I want to make sure, he's safe. He's healthy. My daughter didn't go through a lot having him. I just really hope they're okay. That's all I want to know. I don't care where she's at. I don't care her reason for leaving. I don't care any of that. I just want to know that she is safe.
That is Courtney Bartholomew, and she is accused of killing her daughter and cutting the baby out of the womb. And her daughter lost her life, and her baby grandson lost his life. And the reason why I keep bouncing to this is because I want you guys to hear this lady knew what she did to her own child. And yet she was up here telling Stephanie how concerned she is and how she wants her child, she doesn't care where her child is. She just wants to make sure the child is healthy and happy and that they're doing fine, right? Knowing that she murdered both of them. And then you come over here. Let's listen to Katie.
so we were thinking about potentially trying maybe to set up a scholarship in honor of Sebastian,
In honor.
in his name.
Does it sound like she's expecting this boy to come home? Do you think does it sound like her son is alive? Because we've got scholarships set up for Ethan Chapin. We've got scholarships set up for a lot of people across this country, and usually it's because they're deceased. Same tone. Same blessed tone as Courtney Bartholomew. I want that to sink in. I want that to sink in. Katie has been telling us from the beginning, this child is gone. Including her tattoo that looked like more like a memorial than an actual tattoo representing the love she has for her son. Chris and Katie have been telling us for over a year and some months that this child is gone. He's dead. They even tried to approach his father to convey that to him. How did they do it? What are you going to do when this goes south, Seth? Right? They have already been preparing all of us. They already knew that this child was dead. How would they know that if they had nothing to do with it? And now this, in honor of, guys, he's gone. In my opinion, he's gone. And I don't think Chris and Katie can tell us loud enough that he's gone. We're just not listening. They're telling us every single time he's gone. Chris told us over a year ago. He's gone. He's not going to be found. The best part about it is he disappeared without leaving one bit of evidence behind. Evidence. He used evidence. Evidence.
To help other families of missing as well, because there are other families who have perhaps a missing child that has siblings.
And how in the hell is this family going to help counsel them when they still haven't even found their child? So what information is Chris and Katie going to be able to help another family? Are they going to be able to help them not find a child? Because that seems like the only thing that they're good with is not finding a child, disappearing a child.
And we now know how difficult that struggle can be, and we think that Sebastian would be happy to help them. And so
Sebastian's happy to help them. They don't care about Sebastian no more. Sebastian's a lost cause, according to Katie and Chris. They've already chalked it up. He ain't coming home, right? They've already wrote him off. So now they just want to set up something so they can feel good, about murdering a child. They can feel good. So they're going to set up a scholarship in honor of their deceased child that she most likely deceased. So there is that. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Nothing to see over here, okay? Nothing to see over here. She just wants to make sure, because, his final wishes, all that, he likes to help other people and everything like that. So, she just wants to honor her deceased son's wishes, right? That's what it sounds like to me. Like I told you, when we came into this, it certainly sounded like she was talking about a grandfather that she lost a couple years ago, and she's just going over those wonderful memories that she remembered about him. But yet she was talking about her missing son, joking around, laughing about. This is not normal, folks. This is not normal. This is not normal. Each and every one of you have to look inside yourself. Is this how you would be acting if you were in the same position? And I bet you 99.9% of you would say hell to the nah.
I said was potentially setting up a scholarship to help support another family or another child.
Now, mind you, these are the people that have never put $1 toward their own son, okay? But they're willing to put money into scholarships for other people. They've never raised a reward. They never assisted in raising a reward. They've never come out to advocate this reward. They've never posted about a reward. They never provided any financial assistance at all to help locate their child, but they are so willing to now put a lot of money into a scholarship for other people, but never once took any of that money to help find their child. Think about that. A scholarship, is about $10,000? How much resources do you think you could find for $10,000? Do you think you could hire maybe one of the best research teams for a couple of days? one of the best search teams that money can buy for $10,000. They have put almost zero effort into it and $0 into finding their son. $0 to boot to find their son, yet they want to set up a scholarship in his honor. They want to fund a scholarship, but not fund looking for their damn son. And she has the audacity to do this on his birthday.
In honor of Sebastian.
That's amazing. That's an incredible idea. Wonderful.
Even when Sebastian does come home, at least, that's something that you want to continue to do. And I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If he comes home, right? If he comes home. We all know where this is leading. Okay? My give a damn for people's feelings at this point, this stage in the game is done. Okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. The information we have available to us shows that this child is most likely deceased as opposed to have just wandered off. And according to the statistics and the facts of this specific case, this child not walking out of his own home, no evidence of it, walking into the house with his mother and never leaving again, and he's gone. Okay? It doesn't take rocket science, nor does it take Occam's razor to identify that this doesn't bode right. It's only common sense that tells you his mother most likely did something to him inside of that house that incapacitated him. That's what statistics show us. That's what Occam razor shows us. That's what common sense shows us. There is more evidence implying that this mother harmed her child than not. Not that she set him up, not that she got him gone, not that she sent him to an organization. The information we have available to us, the one that makes the most sense with all of the information provided to us without us having to assume or imply or assert certain things we don't factually know. All the facts show us that the mother is responsible for his disappearance. Now, did he disappear dead or did he disappear alive? Well, if he wasn't deceased, then where the hell would he be? Because if he wasn't deceased, we should be able to find him. We've had almost 2 years to do so. And quite frankly, the statistics don't show us he would be alive. If you don't believe me, go find me the statistics that shows me at this point this child will most likely be alive. Somebody show me that. Put a plug in my assessment. Since I'm such a liar and I don't know what I'm talking about, now I'm going to throw that out to you. Provide me statistics and I'm not talking about outliers. I'm talking about true statistics that are going to show me that at this stage of the game, we are looking for a child that is alive. And if we believe that he is deceased, then we have to believe he was deceased before he disappeared. And if he was deceased before he disappeared, well, he walked into one house and he was only with one person. So who would have deceased him? And now she wants to put something in his honor. It would make my skin crawl to think that a child is getting a scholarship from these two people. It would make my skin crawl. I'm wondering if there's any school that would be willing to take a donation like that for anybody from these two people. But you know what? It's all about the facade, right? They have not put $1 into a fund. They haven't done anything in honor of their son. They haven't even searched for their son. They've done a photo op with the appearance of searching for their son, and that was it. And we know that from good. You know how I know? All you had to do was look at their shoes, okay? Because I've done enough searches in woods even dry land. And I can tell you one thing that never happens is my shoes coming out from a search spick and span. Okay? My clothes usually have stickers all over them. I have stickers in my hair. I have shit all over me. I'm definitely not clean. And I never wear white. Why? Because if you wear white, it will be dirty in 2 seconds. But yet a lot of people had white socks on and white shoes. Very, very white shoes. That's my telltale sign. I don't need somebody telling me whether they were looking for somebody or not. I can tell by what they were wearing they were not. And I can say that from experience. 100%. They were not searching for a boy. They were taking an opportunity for a photo op. And you got the unscrupulous PI playing with his little drone toy. And everybody's just looking at us saying, look at all the stuff I can do with this. Isn't this pretty cool? Everybody's standing around like, yeah, this is pretty cool. Oh, we don't even need to go out into the woods. We got a drone. What idiots. What idiots. And then when you hear like the dumbass that lost everything, it ended up doing so many substances, he lost his family's house, lost everything. Used to have Verizon contracts and literally lost everything. That yahoo's out in the woods doing substances and won't climb into caves. Oh, I'm not going in there. It's a little too dark for me. Do you know me and Olivia, Chronicles of Olivia, would have went in? And if it was deep enough, she would have held on to my ankles until I crawled my little ass in there and tried to pull me out, or vice versa. We would have never turned around a cavern or a cave or a little this, that, and the other. We would have looked in it because God knows where somebody would put somebody. We would never walk past any opening without checking it thoroughly. And they just walk by so many of them. And it's like, these people don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know what the hell they're doing. And these are the people that Chris and Katie are so happy with their services. It's disgusting and appalling. So I give this a big fat F. I give Katie a big fat F. I give Chris a big fat F. I give Duchess you are a piece of garbage. And I give Nonsense, you are a piece of garbage. And we're sick and tired of watching all these heathens, you two, protecting monsters on your show. So when the day comes and this is resolved, oh, we're coming for your reputations, folks. We're coming for those reputations. Because we've got you guys all on records with these monsters. And you supporting them and paying them and getting money from them and getting money for them. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I don't ever aspire to be that. I'd rather be broke and running these stories every single day than to be that. I would never want to be Duchess. I would never want to be Nonsense. I would never want to be these bonehead dimwits that can't think. That can't see the forest for the trees. Okay? They're not my kind of people. They're too stupid for the Bullhorn Betty channel. They're too stupid. Anyways, guys, rock it out with your coffee beans out. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, you say something. Because an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And until next time, please be safe. But more importantly, kind to one another. We'll see you soon, folks. We'll be back later today to go over. We've got, Delilah, you're being rude. We've got, Rebecca Parks that we're going to be going over. I'm going to be doing, I'm not sure what the topics are. I've got to do some research. If I can get the research and the typing done today, I'm going to try to push out 2 political articles and 2 true crime articles, and that will be on my Substack. If you guys have not been over to my Substack and you guys are on Substack, go over and check me out. I'm going to be dropping some printed articles there. I don't know how I'm going to use them just yet, but we're going to build that platform, and that's going to be, basically the Bullhorn Betty magazine, okay? So get over there, sign up for my Substack channel, and I will be putting a lot of stuff. I've already got 2 articles up there, and the one, it's political, but again, it's going to be a political and true crime. I'm not separating them. That's who I am as a person. And we're going to start showcasing that. So 2 political articles, 2 true crime articles will be going out this week on that channel. And if you guys don't know my name, you can go over there and check out for Bullhorn Betty. Okay, that is my Substack name, Bullhorn Betty, Bullhorn Betty, Bullhorn Betty. So get over there, look me up, and we'll see you guys soon. So God bless you, and rock it out with your coffee beans out.